Killer fish. Killer fish from San Diego. I don't know what I am, but I taste really good. I'm a killer fish. Hello. I'll be your killer fish for the evening. Thank you.
Hello, it's Leofaro G. Yes, hello, YouTube. Is Eric invertebrate tank soon? Maybe. I think. Well, downstairs is a project for next week. Fish tank downstairs. I haven't done anything with it. Lemon hot in the UK. Hello, Charlie Kelly. Hello, Iron Elgis. Hello, LA. Mike Low. What? Oh yeah, it was turned low. Free. Hello, everyone. I already said all of your names, but you didn't hear me. That's your problem. Yeah, we're going to be setting up the fish tank downstairs this weekend coming up because I'm going on leave for a week, but I'm not specifically going on holiday, so I should actually have some time to get on with some things in real life. So that should all be good, but hope you're doing well. Let us actually move on to the game. Is OBS going to behave today with the game capture? Or is it just not going to show up? You can hear things. I don't know, man. OBS is definitely up to some shenanigans. Hello, Redneck! Hope you're doing well. This is an early raid. Let me give you a shout out. We haven't even started yet. We haven't even started yet. There you go. What have you been up to today? I scared the shit out of you. Okay, enough of that. Our biodiesel is too hot. We were doing metal refinery. We were doing a lot of steel in here to try and get some steel for an Aquatuner to replace this. Thankfully, we have now got a new metal refinery that's down here. We're just loading it up with gunk as we go. So that should work well. But, yeah. You gotta run. Good luck, have fun. Thanks for stopping by. I set out a rocket to get an artifact. The rocket passed through the POI with Nug and got that instead. That's very funny. Yeah, our polluted brine vent. We've just geotuned this. And here's the kicker. I've actually got a YouTube video out for members at the moment about this, because we've already done it twice on YouTube, on Twitch. So I thought it'd be a bit silly to not actually do a sandbox showcase video on it. And the build is a lot better than what we've got here, I'll just be honest. But at least here we've got the metal refinery hooked up to this. Apparently the metal refinery is running out of caviar. No, that's just Minnow. Minnow is trapped at the metal refinery because of shenanigans. So that's funny. But my plan at the moment, we don't actually need all this water. So I'm going to dump it in here and have a load of hot steam. We're going to get a steam rocket going, I think. Probably. I do actually need to go ahead and build this sensor as well. That's going to be kind of awkward. Go ahead and do that. The dupes are currently idle. One of them is trapped. Okay, well that's definitely a you problem. What happens if I rebuild the tile? Do they move? I don't know. I think we can still deliver stuff to them. I think this is fine, but they should always spawn on this spot. But if we drain the liquids out of this layer, do they actually disappear even when they're in a tile? We're definitely testing some bugs at the moment. I don't know. I don't really care. But what are we going to do today? Well, I think we're going to try and get some guild goes going. We're going to try and get a stew going. Because what do we need all this salt for? I don't know. Slow goes, I don't think we really need, if I'm being honest. We don't need more water. We don't need more dirt. Guild goes, we do need gold amalgam at some point for metal refining. We need sustainable metal for that. We are on a metal-rich asteroid, but we're going to run out eventually. I think the main reason I wanted to do them as well was to feed them the sulfur from the thermal gas ranges, because we have plenty of sulfur from the thermal gas ranges, so this should be feasible. I assume the droplet counts as submerged? Maybe. But yeah, apparently there's a sensor I forgot to hook up. This one. Yeah, that light has just been running for like multiple streams now. Someone pointed it out on YouTube, but thank you very much for pointing it out, because I completely missed that. I'm glad you guys saw that. But yeah, goals for this run, because to be honest, I mean, Thermo Aquatuner shenanigans aside, Bionic dupes are really easy. They're not very demanding at all. I think if we build a new one in here, it's not going to overheat. So, in terms of actually surviving, I think we're pretty much there. But we want to thrive. What we're going to do is we're going to set up space travel. We're going to set up a telescope. We're going to scan the stars. We're going to try and find the sap tree. And we're going to try and max out the sap tree on pin pockets. Producing loads of uni, because it's the most calorie-dense food in the game. So that's actually what we're going to try and focus on with this run now. So I think I am just going to actually go into space and do that. Now, to do that, let's see. There is space exposure on these tiles. There's not space exposure on these tiles. So I think if I dig that, then we'll make this... In fact, let's make sure they're digging out the back wall here as well. We'll make this the liquid lock. And in fact, actually what I'll do... I'll dig that tile out as well. We'll put a bottle emptier there. Yep, dupes are easy, so you still got to get normal dupes to add challenge. Nah, this is still firmly in the category of a test run. We're just trying out stuff in the new DLC, and then we're going to mix it in. But we did a lot of critter ranching in the last run, so I'm not going to focus on that too much with the Aquatic Planet Pack this time. Maybe we'll do some ore holes, but only if we actually need the metal. I don't know why the game is visibly lagging on my screen. I'm not sure it's even lagging on your recording. We're having all sorts of weird tech issues today. So, yeah, ore holes, guild goes. We're gonna do the fossil trait as well. I want to actually get this done. We do have a Masterworks dupe. And I kind of want to get hatches, and I want to see how well we can actually get this going. I think that would be nice to do. We could also feed the hatches the obsidian from the guild goes, which I thought would be a good idea. So we're going to try a few different things. Basically, all the stuff with the Aquatic Planet Pack we didn't look at in the last run. The normal dupes are going to be George Minnow and Cryotank number 1. Yeah, maybe. If I switch back to game capture... Yeah, that's not working at all. That's weird. Maybe there's something up with OBS. You know what? I'm going to not worry about it. Are you actually overheating again? You are, but that's just because you're not actually conductive enough to do anything. So we'll just keep you on lockdown at the moment. Yeah, please let me know if you notice anything on your end. I don't think there's anything else that should be causing this. It does feel like it's just the computer actually lagging. Right, so let's go grab these fossils. And the other thing... So, right. What are we going to do first? Let's actually go into space. Let's do that. We've also got a huge amount of carbon dioxide here for a carbon dioxide rocket if we want to do that to start with. So, that's worth considering. I don't think we need to insulate this. We'll just put it in here. This is the third only stream I've seen with OBS issues, so I might not be alone. Really? That's funny. Well, it's not... I don't think it's necessarily... Oh, well, the game capture thing is. The lag, I don't know what's going on with that. I did actually install some new mods, but this doesn't feel like something that's actually going to interfere with the game. But yeah, if we put a liquid lock in here as well, then we should be able to access this somehow. Although maybe I'll need to put in another liquid lock to access that. I could do that. That would be... I mean, is this carbon dioxide? No. How about we do that? And then that's another liquid lock we can look at. Yeah, I was lagging the game too, maybe causing some crashes. Really? Okay. Well, my schedule this week, we're going to stream today, and then we're actually going to stream next on Thursday, because I'm going to do some dedicated Rex video prep. Tuesday and Wednesday. We've got another heat wave in the UK, you know, because we didn't have enough heat waves, apparently. Let's put some salt water in here. We're also going to want an oxygen pump. Now, I'm thinking the gas situation is actually pretty good for us. I think I'm just going to put the gas pump over here. And then we're just going to dump out all the non-oxygen at the top. So that can go here. Probably going to keep it on speed 1 today. Yeah, I can go up here, and then if you detect something that's not air, then we're going to vent it up here. And it should be fine. And then I guess we'll just bridge that back around. I could have done that slightly neater, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I want to try a few of these things that we're probably not going to get around to doing on another run, so we'll see how that goes. Did I fix the light above the power station? Yes, I did. Thank you very much for... I did that immediately at the start of the video. Thank you very much for reminding me about that. I was just saying how useful that actually was. Right, I believe this is actually the liquid lock. That'll do. Okay. I'll probably put another blob here just so we can form a vacuum. I know that's going to lead to space exposure. That's actually fine. Have we actually got meteors in this asteroid? We do not. You do not get any meteors on Marinia. Isn't it weird? So we can just straight up set up in space. That's fun. Right, I think what we'll do is... Oh, have we actually got the telescope? No, I want the better telescope. Let's just research the enclosed telescope. I don't know why anyone bothers with the regular telescope. Right, research that, please. This is a second static asteroid with 0 meteor showers. Once they let lead suits be built with diamond to pearl, I'll be so happy. Like the whole Pokemon combo. Okay, and then let's put another one over here. And then we'll use that to access the carbon dioxide. But I'm pretty sure we're just going to do steam for the most part. We also have a couple of pink unitards we haven't actually handed out because we haven't printed enough dupes yet. Right, you're still actually getting damaged. Are you actually pumping the biodiesel out? You are. I guess the next sign is, are we actually going to be making anything over here? Now, you should be dumping the gunk in here on a high priority. That should be happening. Autism side is happy? Yay, good. Good. Also, I was thinking about plastic. Growing tubules for plastic is really simple. But I want to geotune this so that we have a load of hot steam. We're also going to dump all of this steam in the Guildgo Ranch to get them to the right temperature to boil their mucin. And then everyone's going to be happy about that. And then we'll get a load of slime that we can do something with. We haven't ranched Guildgos on a Twitch run yet, so I'm keen to do that. But that means we're not going to have any polluted brine to feed these guys, or at least not a lot. The vacuum here should maintain, so as long as we keep draining this polluted brine level down, that should be fine. I'm not sure all of these are going to end up growing. We'll see. But I think my long-term solution for plastic is probably going to be resin boiling. We printed the stuff we require for resin boiling up here, so we're going to give it a try. Now, you're not still dumping gunk in here, are you? You are at priority 8. I think we set this up so it doesn't actually need to dump more gunk in here now, right? Looks like we are pumping a little bit of biodiesel in here. Seems like about 40 kilograms at a time. We got a Jawbow fillet. We killed the Jawbow, apparently. Okay. So, yeah. The Guildgo Ranch is going to go... Oh, God. Where's that going to go? I mean, there's more spigot seals. I could just get rid of this whole bit here. I'm probably going to want to door this in at some point as well. So let's build some doors for that. And then we can make that a power control. We can power control station this. That would be a good idea. Does recapturing the steam rocket exhaust give you any significant amount of power? I think it gives you a load of power and free steam. Oh, actually, I don't know. For the steam rocket, I'm not sure. I don't really know a lot about rocketry, like advanced rocketry. Is the Guildgo Ranch going to look like a normal Slogo Ranch? It's going to look like the one that I did in the Slogo Ranching video, where we had it all in the steam room. So instead of using liquid pumps and doors to move all the mucin around, we're just going to boil all of the mucin into steam and get the slime out. And that's why I'm continuing to recirculate all of the water from the polluted brine vent into this room. Because we're going to have loads and loads and loads of steam. It's eventually going to get to 125 degrees C once this goes dormant, which is going to be ages. And then we're going to have so much steam in that room that it's going to form enough of a heat buffer that we should be able to comfortably... Oh god, these guys are bored now. It should comfortably be able to get the Guildgos to produce their slime without boiling it into dirt. But yeah, we actually need to do more things. What do I want to keep doing? I'm not going to worry about those guys at all anymore. So I think I'm actually just going to dig all of this up. I'll get you guys to start digging all this up, and we'll make some room. I'm hoping you're not actually trapped down here. I don't think you are. No. Recapturing steam rocket exhaust is both power positive and water positive if you have a long enough silo. Yeah, it's really good, but I haven't really gotten around to doing it yet, if I'm going to be honest. Also going to get you to dig all of this. But yeah, so we're not going to bother with Slogos. We are going to bother with Guildgos. So what that means is we're probably actually going to want to geotune. We're probably going to want to use all of our bleach stone for geotuning. That means I'm probably going to want to set up a dedicated bleach stone hopper room. And that means that's probably going to go over here. And I think what we'll do is... I think I will just let the bleach stone sit in a room full of liquid. I think that's what we'll do. So I'm not going to overcomplicate this. I'm just going to make a room full of bleach stone hoppers over here. And we're at the point where we're probably going to have to... set up the power transformers as well. So we do have plenty of stuff to do. I wanted to have a proper think today about what my medium-term objectives are for this run. Because I was like, what on earth am I actually going to do today? Like, the Bionic Dupes are all fine. The autopilot module makes it so you don't have to sacrifice a dupe anymore. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to set up an absolute load of bleach stone hoppers. This space is 20 wide. I think what I'm going to do is... We have plenty of actual material now for making these. Probably going to make them out of gold. Okay, so... Maybe that's not plenty of material. I'm thinking something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, there's going to be no neat way of doing that. That's okay. Maybe we'll just do something a bit different then. So maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'd move them into the middle a bit more. Yeah, like that. We'll do it like that, but I'll make them out of gold, and then that should give plenty of room for the bleach stone to not go absolutely everywhere. So we'll tile that. We'll tile that. I'll put a door in here. Am I actually just going to make everything 20 wide in the space? I don't know. Probably not really. Mass bleach stone hoppers drive me nuts. Yeah, but I really don't want to use the salt for slow goes, and if we're geotuning the thing down here, we may as well just do this. And then we can geotune everything. We can geotune the saltwater geyser for more power as well. The more power we have for the Bionic dupes, the better, for obvious reasons. I think that's reasonable. And then what else do we want to geotune? We have a cool steam vent. We can geotune that. Do we even need that much steam? I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, we'll leave it on speed 1 today, get some stuff going. It's going to be 4 high up here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze... Maybe I didn't need to make it like this. We got 500 steel now. Are you actually making steel now? Please tell me you're actually making steel now. You are. That's good. Okay. Yeah, we can dump the extra heat in there. I don't think we have a lot of gunk in this pipe. No. It is pretty hot. Oh, that's 0 kilograms. Okay. Weird. They don't have to spread the debris around, but they do anyways, lol. Warm up the brine geyser with tubular. No, we don't have a cool salt slush geyser. If we did, I would definitely be doing that for the tubular for the rest of the run. But, I don't know. I'm beginning to think maybe we shouldn't have geotuned this. It's really good to geotune this, but do we actually need it for the objectives of this run? Not really. We're mostly just doing it so we get massive amounts of steam and power, but we could have done that with the saltwater geyser as well. And it would have actually been better for that. But yeah, we actually released our video on polluted brine vents on YouTube, and I think I may have been slightly overselling how strong the polluted brine vent is. Yes, it's going to produce an absolute ton of salt, but it actually produces significantly less power than the saltwater geyser, because you're only getting 70% or 69.3% of it out as the steam. So that's like quite a lot less steam. And also, you're having to, if you want to actually use the salt for most things, you're probably going to want to cool down the salt. That means your thermo aquatuner is going to be running a fair bit more to cool down all that salt. So, I calculated along the lines of the average polluted brine vent is going to produce about an excess of about 550, 525 watts. And then the average saltwater geyser is going to actually produce about 1,250 watts on average, factoring in all the cooling and the power costs of the hoppers for the bleach stone and the geotuners. And if you actually want to turn all of the salt from the polluted brine vent into bleach stone, then that's actually going to be quite significantly power negative, because the bleach stone hoppers use so much power and this produces so much salt. It's nice to see these drills actually running continuously for once. And there's our guild goat that we're going to go ranch. Please give me a Bionic dupe. No? Okay. So, yeah, that's the situation with that. Right, let's dig these out, and then I'll dig these out as well. Slow go? I guess you can hang out in here. That's probably fine. Let's keep building some... Wow, we have a lot of rubber now. That's good. I guess I'm going to run a wire all the way along here. We'll do something with that. That makes sense because we generally play around with hot brine geysers. Yeah. And that's why I thought it was worth doing the video on. I think I would actually, in hindsight, put them in the same tier. Did I put the wrong wires in the Geotuner room? No? These are all in... Yes. What? Why? How have I done that? How have I even done that? That's irritating. Right, okay. Replace all of that then. That's ridiculous. I'm very glad you spotted that. Hope you're doing well. Oh god, get all this mucin out of here. Mucin is a very bad liquid for having in a room like this because it floods buildings super easily because it tiles up at such a low mass. It's awful. You're still overheating. Biodiesel level is dropping. But not very quickly. I'd still rather just make all the metal and just periodically replace this. It doesn't actually make a difference to my life. What's with this turbine? Oh, it's too hot? I never filled it up with coolant. Okay, good. Right, let's build this pipe. Igneous rock sounds good. What was this coolant supposed to be? Probably just polluted water, right? So how about we turn this off for now? Now that we actually have enough gunk in here, how much gunk is this? Well, it's not a lot, but it'll do for now. And then let's actually just briefly bridge this in here. And then I'll set this to polluted water. Yeah, that'll do. And then I'll yellow alert this. Okay. I saw on the bottom of the last session I couldn't say anything because I wasn't live. You can say it. You can comment on the YouTube VOD afterwards. It's allowed. But yeah, I'm sure you guys are spotting lots of these OCD things. I would have never have noticed that for some reason. I don't know. It's weird. Right, Mr. Slogo, you're staying up here. That's an order. And then we'll pour some other liquid in here. I'll probably just put a little bottle emptier over here. I'm happy to put some mercury in here. That seems like a good liquid for this. And then we'll obviously put some drywall in here. That's absolutely fine. So go ahead and do that. You can build this. You can dig that tile. Don't worry about the salt here. I'll tell you what, these turbines have actually done quite well to do this without all the coolant. I guess we'll speed it up and just wait for the coolant to arrive. Who's doing this? No one? Okay, well there is literally polluted water right here. That's not a lot though. Oh, there's polluted water right here. That is probably something I should actually do for real. Right, yeah, just put that there. Already know that. How's polluted brine as a coolant? It's not awful. It has a very low freezing point, so you can get it down to minus 28 degrees. It's still not quite good enough for a freezer loop. And the heat capacity is 3.6. So in practice, I don't think you would ever actually use it instead of polluted water. But it's not actually terrible. I guess I am just going to keep deconstructing and rebuilding this. Right, what's going on with this research? We don't have any clean water for research. We do have clean water for research. We just need to actually hook up a bottle filler. Now, I think what I actually want to do is I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this tile. And then I want to put some more tiles here, and I'll put another bottle filler over here. That's what I'll do. And then you're not going to be able to get around this way, but we have the ladder, which we're going to extend down here, so that'll do. Yeah, I can feel it getting hotter in the UK already. It's... I don't know. I just think this house isn't cooling down properly, to be frank. And I'm pretty sure at this point it hasn't rained in well over a month. I'm officially at the point where I'm starting to complain about the lack of rain. Right, that could go here, and then... I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... What I'll do is I'll send it up here, and then I'll bring it down here. Because we don't need to keep making oxygen here all the time. We have plenty of hydrogen, so this shouldn't be a problem. That should solve our research water issues forever. You've actually got a bottle full of liters of water now, so let's let that drain in here. And that should get you nice and cool. There you go. We'll keep filling it up for a little bit. What even is England without dampness? It's yellow and dry, and I think we're all concerned about having wildfires like are currently going on in Europe. I think we're really concerned about that, to be honest. Is that a fresh bottle? That looks alright. Okay, that's good. What else do we want to do? There are 3 fossils that we want to come grab. We do know where they are. There's one here, which is, in theory, extremely hot. However, we look at the temperature here. We've got some hot abyssalite here, but it's not actually that hot. If we dig in from the top, I think we can actually avoid most of the heat from this igneous rock. And we're all in ammo suits anyway, so who cares? Do I want to come in here in a special way? I think we do, but what I'll do is I'll just come in over here. There's a load of hot igneous rock debris. Oh, it all turned into debris here. That's why it's looking suspicious. Well, I don't think that's going to cause any harm. Then I think we just dig that, and then I think we just dig that, and then we can get in here and we can look at this. And we can actually excavate these, so we'll do that today. It sounds like you took our California weather. Oh my god. Yeah, we've definitely smelled wildfires. Right, this is full... This isn't full of polluted water. Oh, there you go, now it is. Okay, and then that's gonna fill up. And then I think we can just stop that. And then, cut this off. And then I'm going to have to get you to plumb these segments. Now, do I actually have a plumber? No. Okay. Well, what am I going to do then? I guess I'm just going to stick a vent in here. There's some polluted water over here anyways. I'll just do that, and then don't put any more polluted water in there. That should be fine. Steam's building up in here nicely. Yeah, I'm hoping this means we're actually going to get this research done now. You need to build the pipe. Set that to construction priority 9. Logo is no longer causing a mess up here. That's good. Okay, I'm going to speed through it now. And power wire, that can be made out of lead. That can just go over here. I need to gradually start... Oh, God. We need to start gradually replacing all of this wire with lead anyways, so that we've got the gold back for our actual industrial construction. So how much of that is lead? That's good. Yeah, do all of that. Do all of that. The dupes are actually looking for stuff to do, that's fine. I know I did that one just now. Do these ones as well. We start building bottle fillers to drain pipes down. My plumbers have been in shambles. I mean, we could do that. There we go. Okay, looks like we're making some more steel. That's good. Yeah, go ahead and build those wires. Did I priority 9 that? No. Okay, that's fine. Right, so you should now actually be filling up water. that should be prioritizing coming from the desalinator. That's good. Okay. So we should be able to do actual research again. Looks like we got in here and did the fossil. Okay. Let's just evaluate the temperature situation here. There's not a lot of gas down here, to be honest. I really don't think this is going to cause any issues just letting this sit here. I could always use it to just heat up these areas. I don't think I really care. Okay, so that's one fossil down. Where are the other two? There's one here. This is the Spore Kid one. So we can get over here pretty easily. I do want to do this. So all we'll do is we'll come over here. We'll get in here, and then what I like to do is I just like to dig up the tiles. And then corner build-in tiles to replace the Spore Kid, and then we can just irradiate it. Do I actually care about Spore Kids? No, but we're going to show you how to disarm it in a responsible way anyways, for the benefit of everyone watching. Also, there's a load of algae in here, which is not completely insignificant. So you guys could do that. You shouldn't have any issues with that. How's this looking? At some point, I'm going to figure out what to do with this as well. But I think what I want to do first is I actually just want to dump all of the polluted brine from this bit down here. I'm not even sure what that's going to look like. I should actually dig through this wall. You guys aren't protecting anymore, so I'll actually let you dig that out. Although you can't really get in there. I will actually put some ladders over here then, and then you can dig that out, I think. No. I want this to be a little bit lower down. Let's actually put it here and then do it here. I think that's what I want to see. Can Bionic dupes catch diseases? Diagonal digging still works. Yeah, you can diagonally dig this up. It's just going to release a load of germs. So I'm going to put some tiles here first so that when we diagonally dig it, the germs aren't going to escape. So the answer is no, we don't really need to worry about Spore Kids. But I might as well show you how to do this anyways. Now, the other thing we could do is we could put some Weezeworts in here. So let's just put some farm tiles here. I think probably something along these lines. I should note that this area is cool enough for mealwoods. So if we did actually want to get minnow, we should bear that in mind. But I'm really not going to worry about minnow. I don't think I'm going to worry about the organic duplicants in this run. We've done a lot of that stuff before. We know that having swimming dupes is good. We can do minnow on another run. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Right, so just put some tiles here. There's some slime. That slime doesn't have any germs on it. That's good. And there's zombie spores. Actually, if we look at the germ overlay, they're all in this bit. So what I'll probably want to do as well is put a farm tile here and a farm tile here. Now, how many Weezewort seeds do we actually have? This could be a big mistake. I don't think we have any. No. No? Okay, so we don't have any Weezeworts. I don't believe... Actually, we do have some shine bugs. That's not a lot of radiation either. With the crashed satellite, that isn't very helpful, is it? Let's have a think about this. So, zombie spores die in chlorine. Do we actually want to release some chlorine in here in a controlled manner? Probably, at some point. We are going to be making a lot of bleach stone. Maybe we just do that. Maybe we just make a load of chlorine and then kill the germs that way. Okay, well, we'll get this done then. And then you... I want to dump the mercury in here. So just dump whatever you can find on the map in there. You love crash satellites? Yeah, I specifically picked a save with crash satellites because I knew large-scale radiation was going to be annoying. Oh, wait, I forgot. We have this giant chlorine We have this giant chlorine thing here. I should definitely just do something like that. Right, let's also fill these up with salt water. Just a little bit. Is that actually just going to disappear into space there? I'm going to put a drywall here. I don't want to find out. And then I think we will just do the same over here. So, dig, 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 dig. There's no space exposure. In fact, actually, you know what? Yeah, do the dig first, and then we'll come in here, and then we'll... Should I just gas pump it into a canister and then deliver it? I think that might be a good idea. In any case, we can gas seal this room very easily because we've already got the salt water here. So... yeah, just put a tile there, dig that. That should all be good. Open it for fun, what could go wrong? I know! I know we could do that and it's not going to matter. I want to show you guys how to disarm it on this asteroid anyways, because you don't have the easy access to radiation you normally do, which is normally what I use for all of this. So, it is educational. Gunk. Gunk goes back in here. I still want to keep filling this loop. And what I want to do at the moment, I just want to watch the gunk and see how it conducts the heat. So, does it actually decrease the temperature quickly enough in here? So it's losing about 110 degrees. That's not great. I mean, I think it's getting the job done at the moment, but when we do steel with the gunk, it adds 195 degrees. I'm pretty sure it's actually going to make this gunk here boil. So I think I need to make this pipe longer. That's okay, so all I need to do for that then is run it along here. We have the material, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, you mean to open the geode? What could go wrong? No. No, we're not allowed. Right, dig that. Hope you guys are actually getting all these little tasks done. I think I've given you a lot to do now. Let's speed it up again. No, don't disinfect this. Can filling the cave where the spore kit is with tiles work? Delete the gas altogether. No, because the fossil is in here and you can't tile over the fossil. That is the actual rule. Right, I'm gonna priority 9 these tiles. Let's see how that goes. Looks like we're getting closer to the research. I'll admit that's not going overly fast. We have enough gold for the 3rd bleach stone hopper. So let's put that... Don't make the wire out of steel. Nobody likes that. Right, we have the mercury in here now. There's actually a bit of carbon dioxide here. Let's put an airflow tile here just so that it behaves. This one is actually alright. So that is a decent amount of mercury. Let's try making some then. And then what I could do, so we currently have the storage bin here. I think what I'll just do is I'll just put the storage bins here and here. And then the auto sweepers can go... I could just make these out of iron, that seems fine. Did I not actually space these out correctly? No, I did space these out correctly. Put one here and then one here. I can access all except this one tile, so I guess what I'm actually going to do is we're going to cover up that one tile. That's going to be very annoying. Oh, you're out of power. Yeah, that makes sense, you're out of power. Okay. These things cost so much power to run. What progress does it actually make when it's powering on and off like this? I don't know. Is this a case where I should connect the wires again? There's definitely something wrong with this wire. Oh, okay. Let's try plugging everything in together. Let's see what happens there. That is way too much power. Okay. Well, I did kind of know that. We're going to have to set up the transformers. That's fine. How about I disconnect this for now then, and we'll connect it up later. So that could go here, that could go here. I could make another one of these out of iron. It seems fine. I think I am going to make stuff out of iron and gold generally. What's going on with this? I've not actually rebuilt the thing in here. Do I actually just want to make this one out of steel? Probably not. This one is supposed to be steel. It's actually fine as gold amalgam for now because the steam in here is getting recirculated. Maybe we actually do the one on the base first. That could be okay. If we're opening a dangerous geodes, can we open a CO2 one? Yeah, but I'm planning on actually using that for something else, you know? Right, I can turn this one off. Do we have any salt water up here? We do. Oh, you can't get in here. Okay, well, you have to dig this out then. Don't make the gas pipe sensor out of mercury. That's just silly. Uranium batteries have been my last-ditch solution to clean without immovable rad source. Fair enough, fair enough. Right. I think we can probably at least start considering the whole transformer situation. And I think what I would like to do as well, I would like to get in here, and I'd like to start tiling this polluted water in so that we can actually put our access shaft here, because this isn't supposed to be our permanent access shaft. I'm going to claim all this space back eventually and put something else here. I don't know what we're going to put here, but it's supposed to go all the way down here. Oh, right, you could deconstruct the fossil. Yeah, I don't want to I don't want to deconstruct the fossil. Oh, you're trapped! You've been trapped here for a little bit. That's okay. Dig that, and then you should be... Oh, you're going to have to get all that. Dig this, aren't you? You're going to have to make this tile out of igneous rock. There you go. And then you can do the other errand while we're in here. So then you can dig that up. And then you can dig that up. And the spore kid's gone. And there's no germs around here. The germs will just explode into this area. And then we just need to release the chlorine. So because the germs are only in this area, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to come up here. I'm going to get you to... I think I'm actually just going to get you to tile this bit here. And then we're going to dig in through the abyssite. And then we can make it... Although, actually, there's carbon dioxide in here anyways. There's going to be some gas in there. Well, we'll see. Right, do we actually... Fuck's sake. That's not what I want to see. Why are we not actually dumping gunk in these bits? This should be your top priority. You actually just deciding not to do this. We have to store the gunk somewhere. That means I'm going to have to go in here and get you to remove your suit again. If I dump the gunk in here, we're not going to get back, so... Let's... Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Right, repair the suit. That was actually... Oh, it's not actually broken. Oh. Well, now I feel silly. That means that we've actually gunked him, like, twice in a row. That's not good. Well, you can sweep all this again then. Party line, phone, notifier, hammer. I could get a phone. Put it here. We got the dupes on different schedules anyways. We don't have that many dupes. I'll put a phone in here. I'll put a phone by the chair as well. Although the chair... Actually, this can just be a rec room, I think. There's no back wall here. So let's actually just make this a rec room. I know it's not in line with the rest of it, but that's fine. And then get rid of this. And put a phone in there too. That's some very easy morale. Does the phone morale buff last for the Boops work days? Dunno. Zarek is stressed? Why are you stressed? Oh, you soiled your suit and I didn't actually fix it. Okay. Okay, that one is worn, so I do need to repair a suit then. Okay. You need to repair it with reed fiber, that's okay. I guess that gunk's gone in there. I can get you to sweep that. No, I can't get you to sweep that. Okay. We'll go fix Zarek. This is probably why I was still dumping some gunk in here, but this tank's nearly full anyways. I was thinking about a gunk boiler. I know we can technically do it with a tepidizer, but I don't want to waste all that power on it yet. That's so much power to get only a small amount of gunk boiled. You find the phone to be a net negative for morale? How so? They do it instead of other recreation errands that you want? Is that how it works? We can just plug that in over here. I think we've talked about this before, actually. I think I've just forgotten what you said. So... You know what? Don't worry about those blobs. We're going to put bleach stone in here. Then don't worry about that anymore. And the actual salt, we know all the salt is going to be coming from this thing. So what I could do, I could set up all the stuff in here now, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do a conveyor loader, a auto sweeper. That should be absolutely fine. I'll put in a timer sensor as well on the auto sweeper, just so that it's not sweeping salt all the time. I can go there. The conveyor rail. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make it out of galena, and then I'm going to send it around here. And then we're actively cooling that. Oh, wait, you're too hot? What? Oh. Oh, I didn't plug this into a friggin' power wire. Really? Okay. Well, that's funny. Well, let's go ahead and do that. That should probably happen right now, shouldn't it? Right, you're done with that. Let's put Zarek back in the suit. Well, we've certainly got enough errands for everyone now anyways. Hello, Sus and Sour. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that would explain it. Right, did you actually build those tiles? No, you're going to build that one in a minute, and then this is the lock. So then what I could do is I could just dig under here. Then that's going to keep the zombie spores confined to this area. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the canister emptier here. And then we're gonna fill the area with chlorine, and then we're gonna dig out the tiles. And then I think we'll be alright. We will need to actually fill this up with chlorine as well. So we dug that out. That's good. So you're done with the salt water. That didn't matter. So ignore the drywall. You're done as well. Yeah, that's fine. Then let's put a little bit in here. And then we can just tap into this and start pumping that out. Cool. Okay, more loot. What we got? Yeah, I think a good endpoint for this run is just running the sap tree at max capacity. Oh, that's a good painting. We've already got it, though. We're going to run the sap tree at max capacity, because that's something we haven't done on a run before. Oh, I need to actually... Oh, that was a bit of an oversight. Let's put some ladders in. I guess I'll put them here. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, so the salt... The salt is going to run through here, and we could set this up with a conveyor meter and stuff to make sure... Well, I think we probably should... We will set it up with a conveyor meter. I think what we'll do with that is I'll put the meter over here. So that's going to go in here. And then we're going to parcel it out like 2 kilograms at a time, I think is reasonable. This doesn't need to be steel. This could be lead. So it's going to go in there. We're going to plug it into its own reset port. That should be fine. Okay, we're actually running the thermo aquatuner now. Good. We do, apparently, have enough power to run this. Good. I'm going to have to speed it up. We don't have enough labor to do all these errands. And then I guess we'll just priority 9 stuff that I want to focus on. I do want to get the fossil done today. The phone is the worst morale per duration per usage time in the game, even with the best result from it. Yeah. Fair enough. We just got the normal Coke today, no Fanta. To be fair, we don't really have that many other better morale buildings. I mean, we do have just the one tattered beach chair. Let's put a sensor here, and then a lamp here. Don't make it out of friggin' steel. Make it out of lead. There you go. And then I'm just going to put another hanging basket in here. Seems reasonable. Okay. Oh. We are not doing anything with this now, are we? No. The amount of heat that's actually going into this is not as high as I thought it would be. That's good. Maybe they're just not making that much galena. It doesn't look like we've had any gunk explode over here, right? Is it all just trapped? It's all just trapped in the container. Okay. The container appears to have equilibrated the temperature, and that's done its purpose. That's good. Oh, God. Spicy tofu is amusing, because we can deliver that to George. We're not planning on cooking a load of food. On the other hand, we don't have any sweetles. So... Oh, we have sweetle eggs? Oh, whatever. Why is Minnow swimming on a tile? We tricked Minnow. She is now supervising the metal refinery. She disappeared because the water level got too low. We built a tile and then the water level rose again. The beach chair is definitely the best morale building in the game, in my opinion. It's so good. And the fact that you just start with one for free on this asteroid before you even set up your base is kind of crazy. I think I am getting, especially with this run, I'm getting the sense that the game is mildly too easy with this DLC. Oh well, it just means we can do more silly stunts. It's fine. Right, let's actually put some salt water in here. You know what? let's just yellow alert it, and then we can just get in here and start cracking. And the good thing about this is we don't worry about the excess waste gases in here. We'll just set up a gas pump, fill it with chlorine, and then... In fact, actually, you know what we can do? I can just put the canister filler here. And then I can put the gas pump here. And then I'm probably not even going to set up any automation or anything. We're just going to let this fill with chlorine. There you go. Is that actually regular water there as well? Yes, good. Cool. And then that's going to be chlorine. And then we need the wire to go up here. So that is going to go here. You know, do it like that. Too much neutronium is not easy for me, dropped it because of it. Yeah, that's true. It is annoying because of the tidal turbine placement. What I mean is, it's extremely easy to get to the mid-game, and then for the late game with all the tidal turbines, it's perhaps not quite as suitable as an asteroid where you have lots of space. Oh, I have just been letting this erupt the whole time, apparently. This has just started erupting. Is that going to be an issue? Not really, we've just been kind of suffocating George. I think we should seal this off for now. I can't say I'm that concerned about it, but we should probably not let this erupt forever. Okay, you can put that there as well. Yeah, no geotune carbon dioxide geysers on this run. Not today, Zerg. It's funny, this is all polluted water. I thought this was all nuclear waste. We got some regolith in here as well. That's amusing. Teleporter is here. We actually have some wild nosh sprouts here that are just dropping off these things. They're not quite cold enough to actually stay frozen though. That's a shame. I think with the buffs of the beach chair, you might just build the sun lamps. The thing is, you don't need any light to get the +5 morale from the beach chair. None. I don't think it's even worth going for the +8, because the +5 is so good on its own. Right, chlorine is going in here, and that should be completely sealed in here, but we haven't got any chlorine yet, for obvious reasons. So let's actually get this done now. Hello, Uglabisk. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having an Ugla day. We're doing a few things at the moment. Right, let's set this to anything that's not oxygen. This is going to be for the telescope. So that's just going to go like this. Pretty standard trick that we do to vent anything that isn't what we want. Hopefully your dupes are miserable and overworked. They keep gunking themselves because they're not prioritizing dumping the gunk in the metal refinery. I'm not sure whether it's a me problem or a them problem. But I think they are actually running this occasionally. They just need to build this pipe. I've given them too many errands. That's the issue now. And I'm going to tell them to yellow alert this conveyor meter as well. Because I want to make sure... Oh, you're overheating now? Okay, don't repair you. That's fine. Set this to green 10, red 519. And then we can start grabbing the salt at some point. Cutting the use duration definitely makes the sun lamp a lot more attractive as an option. Oh, that's true. That does do the thing. I'm still a fan of the wind tunnel. Being able to vacuum a room below it. Well, I mean, the wind tunnel is a big fan. Wah, wah. But yes, I find it extremely funny that the vertical wind tunnel is technically more power efficient at moving gas than a gas pump. It just doesn't get it in a pipe, which is the deal breaker, really. Otherwise, I think I would actually use them in industry occasionally, and it would be very funny. Right, let's actually build the wire here. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure I set the settings so I don't forget. This thing is, when it's max geotuned, its eruption average is 9.6 kilograms per second. So that's going to be somewhere in the region of... Well, actually, let's look at the dormant average. 6.1 kilograms per second. That's going to be somewhere in the region of 2 kilograms per second of salt. So that's going to spread out the packet temperature nice and evenly. This is starting to cool down. And then because it's actually cooling down, I don't need it to cool down that much. I think just to the ambient temperature will do. So we'll just run it through the oil once. And then I'm going to just literally build this conveyor rail. And then we're going to send this over here. And I'm actually going to build a tile here. I'm going to yellow alert this again. And then we're going to build a tile here as well. That was very convenient. Good job, Connectien. And then I'm going to build a tile here. And then we're going to send that conveyor rail up here. And then we'll get the bleach stone going to the hoppers. Now, I could just put the... I could have just made these somewhere else, but I wanted to keep the bleach stone up here because we're just going to be sending it in here anyway. So I think I'm just going to have the dupes manually drop the bleach stone in here to avoid storing it in chlorine. I don't really want to pressurize anything in this base. We'll just let them manually deliver it. It's not the end of the world. I don't care if this thing doesn't have 100% geotuner uptime, because again, we're mostly just aiming to have lots and lots and lots of cold steam, or coolish steam in here. Okay, great. Can we actually replace you with steel yet? No. That's fine, because I just built these as steel. Okay. Yeah, just keep working on all that stuff. That's fine. How's Tyler Gearbarn? We have 26 units left. That's fine. Hello, battery sold separately. Hope you're doing well. 5 stream watch streak. Not bad. Not bad. You are actually building this now. That's good. So that should fill up the chlorine. I think we just speed it up again. This is fine. The dupes certainly aren't idle. This needs to be set to oxygen. And then anything that's not oxygen is going to get vented. And then everything that is oxygen is going to go to the telescope, which we're almost finished. Oh, we are finished researching. That's good. So we're just base it sometimes say by just letting the dupes do the work. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, having one of your builds have some dupe labor can be worthwhile, but then... Oh, wow, look at that. That lines up neatly, doesn't it? Yeah, build that, and then the oxygen can go in here. Yeah, but the more you do, the more diminishing returns you get, and eventually it just becomes a big faff for anyone to do anything. We're actually out of lead. That's mildly concerning. Well, I guess I'll build this wire out of gold then. That's fine. Yeah, this is a sign I should probably just let the dupes do everything now. We're making so much rubber, by the way. We have 6.4 tons of wire. We've been building these wires everywhere. It's all good. We also have lots of spare boosters for everyone. Do we have any skill points? Power banking and... we have enough morale now for the climate control stuff. That's fine. This is a rec room. Good. We haven't got a lab in here, but I don't care about that. How much space do we need for ping pokai? We talked about that a while ago, but there should be plenty of space on the SAP asteroid for the pin pokai. I guess we don't want to be sending rockets full of uni. We want to be sending rockets full of pin pockets. So we could grow them here, which I think probably makes sense, and then send the pin pokai to the tree planet to get cooked, with the organic dupes cooking them and living on that planet. I think that's probably the best plan. Oh, I need to seal this. That's very funny. Okay, go for that. Right, did you build that tile? You did. I guess this doesn't actually matter then, although I'm going to yellow alert this anyways, because I don't want to wait on this and have this pool of water collapse in here and ruin everything. Oh, nice, all locally grown. Yeah. We're going to do the fossil trick. We're going to get a load of rock from that. We're going to get some hatches to eat that and the obsidian from the Gilgos. That's what I want to do. Now, let's make this one out of zinc. It's going to go up here. And then that's going to be all the salt. And then I need to lead that into 2 conveyor receptacles. You know what? We have a storage bin full of gold amalgam. I don't care. You guys can build out a gold amalgam. So the salt is going to go... Oh, wait. I realize what needs to happen now. The salt needs to go in here. And then the gold needs to go in here. So the gold is going to come from the metal refinery. I think, honestly, I'm just going to have them fill some storage bins with gold for now. Because it's such small quantities required. One move errand should be enough for all of these for quite some time. So just put another set of storage bins in here. And then the sand I'll just leave in the room. And then we could use that for something. I don't know what we're even going to use all the sand for. What do you use sand for? Water filtration? We don't have any... Well, we do have a polluted water vent. But do we actually want to filter that? I don't know. Melt it into glass. Oh, feed it to clam pums. We could do that and get pearl. We probably should do that. And we can feed it to hatches for more coal. You know what? I think we're actually going to do hatches. We haven't done hatches in ages. Hatches are obviously very simple to ranch. Baby's first critter, I guess. Sand for clay? Maybe. I don't know. Do we actually have a hatch? I don't think we do. I think this planet doesn't have them either. Do we have the Printercept? I think we did get the Printerceptor this time. I remember flapping the toilet. Yeah. I haven't installed any chargers yet. We need to actually get a few more data banks. That's okay. Right. That's not running because you haven't built that wire. Okay. Let's get the telescope working. Just ran some number on joules per morale and the beach chair with sun lamp. Some really good numbers. Good. Oh yeah, thank you for bringing up the Syntopia update. There has been a big balance update for Syntopia. Where they've changed a lot of the numbers. They've added some new buildings and a few things. There's some new tools in the sandbox as well. So like you can actually flatten the basalt pillars and make more space in hell now. I'm not probably going to go back to that on stream until I get the new computer. Because we were having performance issues with that game before. But I'm glad that they've had a good go at it. The Soul Gate is very much needed for logistics. I hate not having a priority overflow. Yeah. Right, so this is just going to be gold, right? Refined gold. And I guess Priority 9 put it up here. For now, and then once we've got a little bit in here, we'll let it go. Oh, look, we did the thing! We did the thing, look! They're here! Music! What a dramatic moment. We don't do it every run, do we? We really don't. I'm going to try and get into space more. Especially on these runs where we have the Bionic Dupes, because it's so easy. Cool. And we do have an astronomy guy, I believe. Do we have an astronomy guy? Did I bother making that booster? Let's see. We have a spare researching booster. Let's see. You have, yeah, we gave one astronomy booster and one applied sciences booster to Leofar, so Leofar can do all of that. And then Zarek can have improved hardware, that's fine. I suspect your main use for the Soulgate will be for your HIAQ? Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll go back to Syntopia at some point. I'm still really keen to go back to Victoria 3. The reason I haven't actually done that outside of streaming is because apparently a lot of the warfare stuff is bugged at the moment. I've heard that people have been doing wars and then the army has been teleported across the world, and then they don't actually have the navy to get it back. And it's kind of ended their run on a glitch. And I think if I was playing Victoria 3 on stream, I kind of don't want to be using a debug console to fix stuff like that. I don't know. But in any case, we have so much stuff to do with Oxygen Not Included, I'm not really bothered. We have plenty of stuff to do here. Right, you need to go up to 200 kilograms. Well, you probably don't need to go up to 200 kilograms, but we're going to let you do that. Right, unbreathable gas, chlorine. Let's dump that in here. I think I'm really bad at Syntopia. I can't do the mandates after the campaign. Yeah, I'm keen to actually try that mode out. The mandates mode. What was the other research we were doing? It was the conveyor one, right? Yeah, solid management. I think we will want this at some point. I don't know. If we're going to actually do the hatches, let's just get the rocket stuff for now. Let's just get the rocket stuff for now. I'm just going to yellow alert this. You know what? This probably doesn't need to be a huge amount of chlorine. How close are we to this being full? You know what? That'll do. Let's just not actually forget about that. Because once we dump the chlorine in here, then we can start digging these tiles. I started a mandate, but then I saw there was a patch coming and decided to wait until I had the soul gates. So is that something they've been talking about for quite some time then? There you go. Oh, you delivered 5.5 kilograms of chlorine? Okay, that's a bit weird. Right. Here's a question for you. When you're using chlorine to decontaminate things, do you want more gas kilograms per tile to decontaminate faster? Is that how it works? I mean, we just got to make sure that all the tiles fill with chlorine, right? Milligrams are enough? Okay, well, in that case, let's not worry about this any longer then. I don't remember having any issues with this ever, so let's figure it out. And then once we're done with that, we can dig all of this algae. Xeric's on the way. Good lad, good lad. Looks like we're making more steel again. That's good. Right, now, obviously, let's have a look at the germs. So, it's in the carbon dioxide. Right, that's exposed everything now. I'm gonna leave you in here for a little while. Right. So if we look at the chlorine gas, germs, zombie spores. Dying in chlorine gas, 100% dead per cycle. Okay. Let's keep adding more chlorine, I think. Because I think this is going to take a while otherwise. They teased an update on June 11th. Oh wow, that was a while ago. I guess I haven't been paying that much attention then. Right, let's keep paying attention to things. So, you still need to build the wires down there. How are the tubulars growing? Are we actually getting more tubular seeds? We did get some plastic. We don't really have a lot of farming skills, so I'm not overly surprised about that. I'm gonna yellow alert this again. We should have a decent amount of chlorine by now. What I'm hoping we could do is if we compress all the carbon dioxide into this bottom tile here, then we could just tile it over and delete all the carbon dioxide, right? And then the chlorine will be fine for the rest of it. Oh yeah, there you go. That's a healthy amount of chlorine. This does not drain very quickly, does it? Also, I did actually figure out how to run the combined chat without having my internet browser open on my computer, so that's good, right? Yeah, that's some chlorine. And then the third fossil is just the frosty fossil. So, I hope that's on this asteroid too. How's the gas looking? Okay, so if the gas is over here... Yeah. That probably is going to press all the way into here fairly soon. Got any more chlorine? Quite satisfying seeing that number tick down. Yeah, now we just have millions of germs in the carbon dioxide tile. So these germs aren't dying. They're overpopulated. So I think perhaps one more lot of chlorine. I think one full canister takes more than 1 day to empty. Wow. Cringe. Leofar and a skill point. That's good. I actually want Leofar to have a skill point. Now you get the final research booster. Good. Yeah, there you go. That's going to be enough chlorine. How's the star map going? Are you exploring the star map yet? No. What's the sitch, Wade? This just needs to be priority 9, apparently. Not enough oxygen. Okay, true. This pipe blocked. Excuse me? Oh, I didn't connect this, did I? Okay. That one's on me. And that's mostly clean oxygen as well, so that's actually quite convenient for us. But if we do get any non-oxygenated packets, they should disappear. They should get vented up here. Good, okay. It's a couple of gas vents now. What's wrong with you? Oh, you're grabbing some oxygen. That's ironic. Yeah, have a go! Look, it's Leofar. He's having a go! This is probably not going to be the thumbnail today, but it is kind of cute. Also, his fish hat is kind of clipping out of the telescope. That's not what we want to see. There we go. Will we find anything interesting in space? Probably. There's at least 3 things in close proximity. Maybe we'll have a look at this one as well. We could probably get one of them over to this asteroid to do something similar as well. We do get the meteors on this asteroid, but we probably only need to do a quick scan. You're a very quick researcher, so it should be very quick. Right. I think we're in a situation where the chlorine has thoroughly entered this area. Most of the zombie spores are dying now. Yeah, the amount in the carbon dioxide is decreasing a lot. That's interesting. It's still overpopulated, apparently. Fair enough. Right. In any case, we can definitely tile this in now. Except we can't... you know what? We can go in there and tile this in. And then I think once you're done actually draining this, we'll stop draining more into here. Because at this point, we're just turning this fossil into a chlorine geode. Steel. I'm not going to be sad about steel, but I do still want more Bionic duplicates. It's me! I'm doing the thing. Right. That pushed out... Yeah, that deleted the carbon dioxide, so most of the germs are now gone. So these should all die pretty quickly. And I think at this point, let's have a look at the Atmos suit. 0 surface germs. I believe that's fine. So let's just get someone to excavate this now. And then we should be able to leave it alone. Okay, what about the last fossil? Let's go back to the main one. Where is the frozen fossil? Oh, it's up here. True. Okay, well, nobody cares about the frozen fossil. Let's just go... It's very cold in here. It's cold enough to give your dupes frostbite, I think. Or it's supposed to be. But guess what? We're all in Atmos suits, so nobody cares. I guess we'll just do this. And then get in here, and then excavate that, and then... I think we're done. So we'll speed through that for a little bit. I'll tell you to stop dumping chlorine in here now. Suits to the rescue. Yeah. Yet another case where Bionic dupes make everything a lot easier. There you go. It's me. I'm doing the errand today. And I'm looking very good while doing it, wearing my rubber duck. I'm not the fastest, but just give me some time. There you go. Right, and then you guys still... Oh, you've actually built all the conveyor belt. You're building most of it. That is a good sign. You're nearly done with this as well. I'm going to let you build this thing here, and then we're going to get the salt. So it's going to go in consumable ore. I'm going to pick that up. And then I need to actually put a conductive wire here as well. That's okay. That's all lead, right? Yeah, good. Okay. I never noticed the suits having a tiny tail fin. There you go. This is the premium content you're getting. It's all good. Lots of natural gas building up in here. That's good. Yeah, we're well past the point where we were really struggling with this. Oh, we did it. Look, I didn't even watch the guy excavate this. It's me. I'm looking at it. It looks like a bone. We did it. My duplicates have meticulously reassembled as much of the giant critter's scattered remains as they could. Their efforts to have unearthed a seemingly bottomless fossil quarry beneath their largest fragments dig site. Nestled among the topmost bones was a handcrafted critter collar. There we go! So now, if you're not familiar with this thing, you can put fossil in... Okay, you can put a kilogram of diamond in here and get 100 kilograms of fossil out. And you can do this forever! It takes 80 seconds. Does it provide a lit workspace? It does. And it doesn't even take any power. That's really handy, isn't it? So you can get unlimited fossil, which means unlimited lime and unlimited sedimentary rock. So the only thing is, you need a max sort of skilled guy to do it. Let's get this set up to priority 9, and then we'll see who actually comes to operate it again. So let's get Connectien to work on this. What is this, Doug? Liquid pressure shenanigans, maybe. Oh, we detected a planetoid. It's a situation. Oh, we got a zinc. Oh, hold on. So we haven't actually had a look in space for the Aquatic Planet Pack stuff, have we? So this is the zinc ore field, and it has zinc ore, siltstone, corallium, basalt, and coquina for us to grab from space. And then the actual field itself has all of these things as well. That's nice. All of the unique resources from the DLC. Is that a placeholder text? No. Okay. Well, that's fun. Not sure there's an urgent need to go there, but it's a thing. And we've got Twigini. So this has all the metal volcanoes. It has an aluminium volcano and a gold volcano. Ooh! A saltwater geyser, polluted water vent, and some chlorine vents. So it looks like this has the prehistoric biomes. Maybe. Maybe? Yeah, it has the feather biome. So we can find Dartles and Rexes here. Probably not any hatches still. Okay. That's fine. 50 databanks are good. Yes. We shall go and grab the databanks. That's true. Let's see. We have a big pool of water here. I'm not fussed about where this rocket's going. Let's just put the rocket platform down. We can make this out of lead, right? That looks good to me. And then we'll start preparing a rocket of some kind. You can climb up here and start doing things. Although, actually, you know what? Just build the platform first, and then we'll think about all the rocket infrastructure. Maybe we just do a carbon dioxide rocket at first, just to actually grab the databanks, and then we can print intercept some things. It's probably not the worst idea. What's going on? Oh, you're not geotuned anymore. You're not geotuned anymore because we ran out of bleach stone. That is true. We should try and get this online then. Or maybe I'll plug this in again and we'll get some more bleach stone. It's going to drain those batteries pretty quickly, but whatever. There we go. There's all the debris, see? And the bleach stone is all going to rest in the mercury, so it's not going to off-gas. Oh, what's going on here? We're getting some off-gassing. That wasn't supposed to happen. We were supposed to have more mercury in here. Okay. Right. Get this done. I thought we had like 10 kilograms of mercury in here. What happened? Did we sweep it up by accident? I think I told him to sweep it up by accident. Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, that tends to happen, doesn't it? Well, I'll put those there anyways. Right, let that all out. That better actually flow over this gap again. I think it will. Yeah, okay. That's probably fine. So you don't need to worry about this now. There we go. I think it's really funny you can send a robo module with a research module to a POI and be positive in databank's early game. That is funny. I'm kind of glad it's a thing though. The game needs to reward your ingenious thinking like that. There you go. You actually have some bleach stone to work with now. Good job. Right, let's actually priority 9 this stuff as well. I don't care about the fossil later. We'll do that later. I'm just glad we've done the actual test now. Right, what else is going on with this? So, I'm also going to priority 9 this. The good news is there's still a little bit of heat left in here, so I don't think we're getting a load of polluted oxygen in here. The polluted oxygen we did have deleted itself fairly quickly. I know there's loads around this, so that's actually fine. Right, you need to be priority 9 on this. I think the gunk situation is working out, though, so that is good. And then we'll start replacing the thermo aquatuners. I think that's the most important thing to do, first of all. And then let's speed 3 it. And then we'll put the rocket in, and then we'll start looking around. And grabbing the data bank is probably a good idea. I think what we'll probably do is we'll do the Guild Go Ranch on Thursday. Now, the sulfur in here... What do I actually want to do with the sulfur in here again? We don't want to... I think we just want to feed it to the gum palms. We don't want the grub fruit plants. We're going to feed a little bit of it to the tubulars for a while, but not forever. We're probably... Oh, yeah, the guild goes. What am I fucking talking about? Okay. Alright. That's good. You can come do that as well. I think they're just cracking on, so let's just let the dupes crack on for a little bit with the errands we've got. Hopefully we get a couple more guys. How much gold did we put in here? A good amount, that's good. Although, I think I'm going to set this to like 500 kilograms. And then I'm going to set that to the same amount. And then I'm probably going to dump that out and put it back in. Yeah. That way we have some gold on hand for each of these machines. And then we'll probably run out of power pretty quickly doing this, but... that should definitely be enough bleach stone for a while. And then maybe the other thing that we do today while we do all these little tasks is just to set up the transformers. Because I could start doing that. Now, I did actually want to keep tiling this, so I'm going to keep queuing up these tiles. I'm going to keep going down one at a time. I'm going to put a ladder here just so that we can actually dig those bits out. We found an annihilated satellite. Okay, cool. It's rad. Good, we're actually making some steel now. Now, if we have a look at this gunk, that's going in 260-ish. Again, that's running all the way along here. That's coming in at 130. So that is good enough for steel production. Obviously, we're making mostly iron at the moment, but that's fine. Minnow is helping a lot. It's all good. Right, we have enough steel to replace this one. I think replacing this one is the most important, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm glad our vacuum has stayed here. Also, the nice thing about this is our metal refinery has a nice scenic backdrop because everywhere that Minnow appears is a nice scenic backdrop. So they get a lovely view. Let's speed up again. Need to empty this as well, that's fine. Oh, there's going to be salt in here as well, right? That should actually get swept up and dumped in the thing. So we can put some stuff here too. Let's actually do an auto sweeper here. And a conveyor loader here. And then that one can just go into the salt there as well. Just this one. So I think I'm just gonna... I don't want to take it down, do I? That's kind of mean. I think probably just go up here. Is that gonna cause any issues? Just do it like that. Actually, that's kind of silly, isn't it? It's doubling back on itself. Oh, we have so much metal it doesn't matter, does it? Right, let's just do this. And then we can dig these bits as well. Okay. Man, this is not going to be a lot of... Yeah, we're going to need some more power hooked up. The good thing is, once we've actually got the power to run these bleach stone hoppers, we can geotune the saltwater geyser really quickly. This one. In fact, let's analyze it, because it's dormant. And then I think what we'll do is I'm literally just going to stick another Geotuner suite in here. We'll do the exact same thing. So that could get dug out. I think I'm just going to dig out this top bit, and I'm going to put in some ladders. So that we can reach everything just for this little task. There you go. Now let's speed up again. Oh, we're out of power. Oh, alright. Okay, we need some power to charge the power banks. Okay, turn that off for now then. If we have enough bleach stone to run it for now, that's fine. Triple it back on itself, why not? Why not? Just fill the whole map with a conveyor rail for conductivity, right? Surely? Oh, look! They're actually tuning up the tidal turbines now. The ones in the rooms, anyways. Well, that makes sense. How many microchips do we have now? I really wish the microchip counter wasn't bugged. Okay, well, if we could microchip to some extra guys, that would be handy, wouldn't it? I guess it's a fair few extra errands. Is that needed right now? Also, where is the actual thing that shows the tune-up on this? There should be an icon somewhere, but I can't see it. Like, this light bulb with the microchip in it. Did they just not add that for the DLC items? Okay, let's speed up again. Then we'll keep digging these tiles down here. This needs to be priority 9. So that you actually do it. We have a lot of errands now. You've scanned the whole area. That's good. We've got a demolished rocket for more data banks. So there wasn't anything overly interesting over here. That's fine. Might take a bit of effort to actually get to the SAP asteroid. I guess the next thing to do is go to the teleporter asteroid and scan that. Okay, well, these guys all have plenty of stuff to do at the moment, so let's just let them keep going. Right, you've built the thermal aquatuner here, you've got the conveyor meter running. That means this is going to load with salt at some point. And then that's going to set back up here. I'm going to reset this. In fact, let's set this to 30 and 570, I think. And then we'll let that run. That's going to pick up all the salt and put it in the conveyor loader. That's then going to go into here at about 160 degrees, I guess. That's going to get let out... What? Did you actually build the wire in here? Send a green signal if limits were reached, otherwise send a red signal. Excuse me? Oh, because the friggin' the conveyor rail isn't finished. Okay, we'll priority 9 that too. And then the rest of that stuff can wait a little bit. You've done the research, okay. I guess I'll tell you to stop doing research for now, because we don't really need that. Hello, Highborn Jace. Hope you do well. What are you up to? We built a load of bleach stone hoppers for our Geotuner suite, but we kind of haven't got the power to run all of this yet. We're in a chicken and egg situation where we need bleach stone to run Geotuners. We need oh, for fuck's sake, stop not filling the gunk thing. I don't want to have to yellow alert this, but nobody's actually doing this. I need to make someone have a high priority storing thing. No one does, that's the issue. Because no one has any strength boosters. Now, who's doing the most useless task overall? Probably Leofar. I'm going to have to get Leofar to do some storing then. Leofar has radiation sickness. Okay. Had dinner, watched a He-Man movie with the family, now time to chill only and watch yourself. How was the He-Man movie? Was it any good? I don't really watch movies these days. I probably should. But you have gunked yourself. So let's unequip your suit. You will... You need to fix that? You do need to fix that. Let's make sure that gets done. Oh, there's the gunk. Okay. Yeah, if we don't have anyone doing the storage errands, it just doesn't happen, does it? Oh my god, look. Someone has to go do this. This is the thing that you have to do. You're gunking yourself while you're actually running this. Well, I'm going to let you do that for a little bit then. Just got here to see my boop self-Buki there so you can see everything's still going well. They're just not bothering to deliver the gunk anywhere. That is annoying. Delivery system is not quite working out. Perhaps, you know what? Perhaps I should actually pump this straight into the thing here, but this is filling up pretty soon anyways. I want them to deliver it all the way down here. And eventually fill this up. I could actually just build a liquid pipe all the way down here. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I will literally do that just because I can't be bothered to have them gunk themselves anymore. And they're quick at building pipes, right? Yeah, I think I'm literally going to do that right now. So that can then go in here, and then that can merge in with that, I guess. And this doesn't need to be insulated anymore, I don't think. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Who's your dedicated storer? We don't have one. That's the issue. We need a dedicated storer. We actually just need to print more Bionic dupes. But that isn't happening. Because look, we have operator number 1, operator number 2. We need 2 operators because we need someone to make microchips quickly. And we need someone to do all the metal refinery. And to be honest, we need 2 people on the metal refineries. I'm a builder. I could probably be a strength guy, but we want more than 1 builder, right? We have 2 researchers. We have a digger. We have a medical person for making all the tallow gear bombs. I could change myself to a shuffling dupe. It's possibly not the worst idea in the world, but we have a lot of building errands, don't we? We don't need a lot of storage. We just need someone to do it every now and then. It's not even a priority 9 issue. It's just that we don't have anyone with an up arrow on here because no one has any extra capacity. You did get locked down with that in swing boosters. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's not really any need for swing boosters at the moment, is there? Right. Come on. I just wanted to not rig it to print a load of Bionic dupes this time. Right, I'm gonna have to get, let's see. Is it Nematrek? Yes. Unequipped suit. And then we'll go repair that. I've just dumped all the gunk in here now, haven't I? I could probably grab that, right? I did enjoy just digging a tunnel straight down through every liquid because moves just built different. Yeah. We got 1.5 tons per tile of steam in here now. That's fair enough. Looking good. This is some fresh gunk going in here, so that's not very hot. That's fine. You're currently doing the errand as we speak. I'm going to have to actually grow some more thimble reeds in a minute. Although this one is actually growing now for some reason, so that's good. We're running the natural gas power, that's fine. I could probably actually... We have a lot of natural gas hooked up. I could probably set up more gas things for an emergency. I should also consider just geotuning the natural gas things. Let's keep speeding up. Okay, looks like the salt is coming in now. This is nice and room temperature. It's filling up all of these bits. So you're going to automatically deliver now. How much data do the things have? None. Oh, a couple of them do. A couple of them don't. When will the geyser overpressure? Which geyser? This one. This one's never going to overpressurize because we have a layer of mercury on the bottom. The liquid's always going to come out of this bottom tile, even if it's overpressurizing up here. We've run these forever at ridiculous pressures. Hello, Balans. Did the Merdupe become floor decoration? Yes. They have submitted to the power of industry. That is actually what's happened. But yeah, we can pressurize this room indefinitely and just get a nice hot 125 degrees C zone. Because we don't actually need any of this water for oxygen. Not yet, anyways. Turn this off. Right. Let's continue to speed it up, because we're waiting for the dupes to get errands done. You're building all that pipe so that we can actually just get the gunk in here. Yeah, I guess. I'd much prefer if someone actually just delivered the gunk, although it seems to have actually happened now, but... If we're building the pipe here, I might as well just build it to go in here as well, right? And then what I could do is I could fork it, although that needs to be a bridge. That needs to be a bridge, so... That can go there. And then that can go there. And then you don't have to do that one. Our water geysers need only one layer of liquid to not overpressurize. Yeah, apparently. I think it helps that it's immediately coming out as 195 degrees water and then immediately boiling. Oh, look, we microchip tuned these. Or we're microchip tuning some of these. I should probably actually get the dupes to deliver the microchips down there. I don't think we're wasting that power, right? Oh, we are wasting that power. Okay, so what I should actually do then is I should hook up more things here again. So, what's that going to look like? Probably like that. Let's give that a try. Is that actually going to overload? Maybe. Let's plug this in and give that a go then. Get some more bleach stone going. Circuit overloaded. That's not good. I think we just have too many... This is definitely a sign we just need to do the transformers now. So let's think about what that's going to look like. We'll start them here. So we'll put a big wall over here, and then we'll put a big ladder over here. Is that going to stop here? I think it probably is going to stop there. So we'll put a door here. We'll make this one a mechanized door. Oh, let's research the mechanized door. And this is going to block all of the decor loss from the heavy-duty wire. So it's going to go there, and then we're going to build a ladder. Yes, I know, this is very silly. We have 3 ladders next to each other in close proximity. Very amusing. And then, I think what we're going to be able to do this time, now that the large power transformer actually goes all the way up to 4 kilowatts, I don't know why they waited years to do this, but they did. We can build this out of gold, probably. And then we can literally just have one And then the heavy watt wire can wrap around to the batteries. So that should save a fair bit of space. And then what we'll do is we'll do it like this. And we'll have the batteries in here as well. So let's do something like this. We probably won't even need that many, because the 4 kilowatt transformers should be way more space efficient than anything else that we previously did. And then I'm going to have to get you to dig up some back wall as well, aren't I? Ugh, I'm beginning to hate back wall. So, dig out all of that. And then I'm going to have to get you to dig out all of this. I'm going to have to get you to dig out all of that as well. Okay. I think it's limited for tuning liquid geysers. Yes, that is correct. It doesn't. That trick doesn't work on gas geysers. They will look like they're erupting, and they're not actually erupt. It has to erupt the liquid first, and then if it turns into a gas, that's fine. But I think I am just going to keep these wires plugged in for now and overload it occasionally, because otherwise this is just never going to actually power up. I just need to make sure that the temperature in this room doesn't get below 125 degrees C. Which it shouldn't. We want to make sure we're running at least 2 out of 5 Geotuners just in this interim period. I'm glad we're doing this at last, though, because I've been looking forward to simplifying our transformer design for quite some time. So what else are we going to do, then? How's that pipe going? Well, that could wait a little bit, right? Just do that for now. And I think we'll just literally have them in pairs. So 1 4 kilowatt on, 1 4 kilowatt off. And then I'm imagining 3 should be completely fine for now. The only other thing is, let's do it with heavy watt conductive wire, because the heavy watt wire is only actually going to allow us to have 10 large power transformers on here. Let's future-proof this a little bit. So that's going to be a fair bit of metal. But we are making lots of lead. That's a weird sentence. We're going to want some smart batteries as well for automating the other power producers. So this is going to be the producer. So it's going to go at the top and plug in the bottom. We'll need 1 for the hydrogen, 1 for the natural gas. And something's broken. Oh, it's the wire bridge? Yeah. Beans. Damn, you're right, only 10 transformers. Yeah, I know, right? That's kind of an issue we didn't think we were going to have. That should obviously change. We'll have to change some of these wires as well, but we're actually at the point where we have enough lead that we can do this, I think. And we actually have enough steel. Now we've actually got 2 metal refineries on the go. We actually have enough steel that we can make the Aquatuner up here again. So that's nice. And then I'm going to go to the loo quickly, but we're going to watch them build this and then watch it run for a bit. So you guys can have some fish in the meantime. Yes, I'll be right back. That's not it. There you go. See you in a minute. Wow, nobody actually built this thing, did they? That's ridiculous. What's going on? Why hasn't this happened? I guess it is literally just the Priority 9 apocalypse, isn't it? Am I about to go solve this? Fine, I'll do it myself. Ah, we're alright. This is why I have the builders. In fact, let's just check people's... Oh, yeah, I told them to do all of this, didn't I? Okay, fair enough. Right, let's keep hooking up some of these as well. So that one can go here, and that one can go... We can make some of these out of iron. That's fine. One of my colonies uses a 2 kilowatt cable for 20,000 potential consumers at once. 2 small transformers and almost everything work fine. Yeah, that does usually actually happen. So, yeah, it's just when you've got the big ones like the thermal Aquatuners, that often causes it to overload a lot. Oh my god, Redneck, that's awful. Hope everything's okay with you. Yeah, no worries. Alright, jumbo battery. Probably gold amalgam for that. Then I'll probably need a couple of these for the steam turbines. Okay, I'm glad that things aren't too bad. That's good news. That's what I do on my runs of research with the wiring. Yeah. Yeah, you plug all your small consumers into one big wire, and you plug all the big consumers into several other wires. But yeah, the insulated wires are such a game changer. This is going to reduce the amount of wire spaghetti a lot. I will have to actually adjust this slightly, though. So let's build some more wires here. Then... God. I'm gonna have to adjust this later anyways, so let's just keep working on stuff for now. No, that's not gonna work, is it? You're just gonna have to actually fix that one, I'm afraid. Let's just change that one to gold, I guess, for now. I started this coal-only Boops run. So far, it's funny, I'm just reading out and I realized the limitations. I found the main limitation was running out of rock. That was definitely the thing for me. So, let's think about this. The natural gas vents. They're currently down here. This is a bit of a weird place to put them. But I guess that's acceptable. So this automation wire is going to run up here. It's going to plug into this smart battery here. Then the hydrogen wire is going to run into that smart battery there. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to send that all the way over here. That will do. So that wire is going to plug in there. This one's going to plug in there, and then we'll have... I'll keep alternating these as well. So that one can go there, that one can go there, that one can go there. I'll just build a load of them in advance as well. I think that would be reasonable. I think we only need the... Okay, well, we'll dig out some of this backball in a minute. We actually do the research. No, not yet. Okay. I may go with APP oxygen sources because I can't use hydrogen for heat nor power. Sage hatches plus 4 volcanoes for stone hatches will take care of it. Yeah, just bear in mind, you need a lot of volcanoes to look after a lot of hatch ranches, and the hatches don't actually produce that much coal. Only really needs to implement the airlock door mod would be perfect for underwater colonies. It should be a thing you can build. I think it should be pretty complicated. But like high research, need decent materials, but it should be a thing that you should be able to build. It should just be a lot more generally convenient to do a liquid lock, I think. I'll make 60 pit branches if I have to. I'll make it work. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, keep making this out of iron. Iron's all renewable, so I'm not going to worry about that at all. What else are we going to do on that front? Okay, look. You don't need to make everything priority 9. This one could be priority 8. And same for this one. Guess I'll just get rid of the bridge. Well, it looks like we are at least positive of bleach stone at the moment, so we can keep geotuning that vent. But yeah, we need to sort this transformer situation out now, because our power spine is all out of whack. This is the most important thing left to do. And thankfully, I think this should be pretty easy to do. Oh, I'm going to need to... No. I'm going to need to dig the tile, because that's what we do. There's a ladder here we can remove, that's fine. Also, P-dirt from ethanol production. Question about your saltwater brine tamers with the jumbo batteries in the steam room. How do you keep them from overheating? I find batteries overheating really easily when the geyser is dormant. You leave a little bit of steam in there with an Atmos sensor. You trigger the steam turbines if the steam is only above a certain pressure. We're not going to worry about that, obviously, because we're just dumping all the water in here forever. But generally, that's what you do. You don't have the stuff run if the air pressure is too low and we can't actually cool the room properly. But with the new video that we've just put on the YouTube channel, I didn't include an Atmos sensor because what you're trying to do with that is what we're doing here, which is you're going to have a little bit of a heat buffer. You're going to dump in the water to start with, and then you're going to actually set a liquid valve so that you can actually control the exact flow rate of water out, so your steam turbines aren't going to be running all the time. They're going to be running at the exact uptime you need based on the qualities of your geyser. So what it will do is it will build up the steam pressure while it's in its active period, and then it will drop back down during the dormant period to that minimum level where you set it to. So then you don't need the Atmos sensor. It's probably still worth putting one in anyways if you want to be careful about it. Oh, I set this to priority 9 as well. We made 4 tons of rock. This is a decorating errand. Okay, so this means, in theory, I should actually make sure that I have 8 or 7 Masterworks boosters, right? Speed this up. This is specifically a decorating errand. That's what I wanted to know. I didn't actually want to make 4 tons of fossil, but that's fine. I will get you to crush the fossil. Oh, I want you to crush the pinpock-eyed diamond as well, don't I? That's a lot of fossil. Well, we did it with all the corallium already. But this could be priority 5. I don't think we need to do any of this rock crushing now. We definitely don't need any uni from these pinpock-eye at the moment. Right, let's speed it up. Is the POI going to be a bottleneck? That's usually what it is. It would be unbalanced if it wasn't the bottleneck. I don't know what I'm going to use your ethanol for. Probably like 300 nosh beans. Yeah, fair enough. No one is ever actually emptying this desalinate, are they? That needs to be priority 9. Right, and then we can put this tile in as well. Build these batteries. And then this is going to be a heavy watt conductive wire. I could just make this heavy watt wire for now, because we've literally got the 10 transformers here. And then I'll make it a heavy watt conductive wire later. Let's just do that for now. It'll be easier. So also, what I could do is I could actually put the joint plates at the back instead of running it past the ladder. Do I care about that? Not really. So that is going to go like that. I could put the joint plates in. I could just put them all back here, couldn't I? I don't think there's a reason not to do that, right? Let's just do it. For change. So I will do a video, an updated Transformers video as well, now that we have the large power Transformers actually working properly. Oh god. That's going to be mildly irritating, but I guess that's fine. Let's unpause it again. Put the plates in, saves wire. Yes, exactly. It just means that when we actually replace this with the heavy watt conductive stuff, it's going to be mildly annoying. Oh, you know what? Let's actually do it like this. There you go. And you've got all the zinc ore right there, so it should be pretty easy. And the negative decor is obviously going to be pretty bad, but it's all going to be confined to the other side of the wall, so you don't get any of the penalty getting through here. And then I think that means I'm just going to seal this off here as well. But what that actually means is I'm going to dig these back walls out. There you go. Yeah, I think I'll be satisfied if we manage to get this all hooked up today with the Transformers and then all of our power sources split off properly. When you do that, also explain how to put power on the grid from things like tidal turbines. Yes, I will include the tidal turbines in that video. Well, the thing is, when I do generically useful videos, I quite like to not include the DLC stuff. Because not everyone has the DLCs. But equally, when am I ever going to do a video on just tidal turbines? I don't know. I'll have a think about it. Looks like the gum situation, or the gunk situation's alright now. What's going on with this wire? Oh right, I forgot to connect this up again. Oh my god, I literally just said the gunk situation's fine again and you didn't do it. I'm actually going to have to priority 2 you, aren't I? And then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to set these to... This could be priority 5 now. We've got plenty of gold in here, right? Okay. I'm going to have to find Leofar again. You're going to have to run this again. Is there anything particularly clever you can do with tidal turbines? I don't think so. Oh, I need to dig this bit. It's more for explaining how to put power on the wire without using heavy watt wires by using transformers. Yes, that's true. Well, I'm sure we'll cover it at some point. That can go to Leofar. Now your priority... Oh my god. I'm beginning to think we actually... I think it's actually just we're producing so much gunk that delivering the bottles... I'm going to make this priority 9 too. Whatever, we'll keep thinking about it. I'm just going to remove your suit here. Yeah. This is the game subtly telling me I actually need to do a gunk boiler. But we need the... I don't want to do it with the tepidizer. It wastes so much power. Go ahead and sweep all of that up. And you can go ahead and sweep that up too. I recommend the biobots for bottle moving, but I think they're busy. They're missing. Yeah, I think I said that we weren't going to do biobots this time. God. Come on. Get back in your suit, please. We just need a little bit more labor. These tasks just aren't all getting done. We are making lots of metal. But I'm probably going to have to actually stop them from making metal at some point. Also, are you actually going to build this now? You're weighting 100 kilograms of steel. That's good. Yeah, we should be able to cool this down soon enough. I do like the boiling effect. It's quite nice. What? What do you mean we don't have... What do you mean we don't have rubber or plastics? That's not true. This was a bad idea. Everything works, but stream is perma-buffering. I think it's just you. I'm not having any issues on my end. Well, apart from the fact that the friggin' game capture still isn't working. But, like, that's been an issue the whole stream. So, you wouldn't be getting it now. I'll put it that way. Right, I definitely need to disconnect this wire now. Right, so that's going to go here. I have to disconnect this for a minute. Build that last thing and then we'll hook this up. Although, probably need to do the... Let's see. So, what we'll have to do, we'll have to build a bridge here. Let's just start building all of this. We'll have to build a bridge here. That's going to have to disconnect from the power bank chargers. So I'm gonna yellow alert the power bridges for this. But that wire is ultimately going to have to connect somewhere else. And I don't mind having these batteries here for now, but I probably will want to remove them eventually. So I think what this is going to end up being is... This is going to be the hydrogen wire. And then that means... Well, we could build this out of lead again. It's very handy, actually, making lead in your own base. I must admit. And then that is going to go down here and follow all of this. And then that could just plug in here. In fact, actually, that could just plug in right here. So that should be important. And then the natural gas one can actually have these tidal turbines on it as well. That should be fine. So that's a case of this is going to go up here. Does that need a bridge? I don't know. Maybe at some point. I think I'll put some tidal turbines on here for now, just to fill it up to capacity. And then that one could be iron, and that one can go in there. Yeah, keep going on and building those. Every single stream doesn't work and YouTube goes at 4K. What? That's weird. That's very weird. Yeah, I think we're just going to need everyone to crack on with that building now. And I'm just going to get them to build this gunk pipe too. Look, I know we're just telling everyone to do everything Friday 9 now. But look, our power banks aren't charging. We don't need that conveyor to be done yet. This pipe needs to be built. That wire can be priority 8. People do have power banking, so they can last a fair bit without an upgrade. Yeah. That's because we were trying to run all these bleach stone hoppers again. And it's also because this isn't connected. This needs to be done right now. We have all this natural gas, and we have the tidal turbines, and neither of those were hooked up. That was the issue. Wow, it's actually cooling down in my room. Unbelievable. Right, that should help. Okay, let me swap. Yeah. Yeah, I'm literally just going to let these dupes do this. While we're waiting on that, should we actually have a look at my list of things? Yes, let's have a look at my list of things. Oh god, don't do that. Right, so... yeah, we've done our video on ethanol cooled steam turbines. Other videos that I have planned on my list. Brackine. I want to do a guide all about brackine, all about producing it in large quantities. I want to summarize the effects of brackine on all of the different critters and which ones you want to prioritize brackine for in your critter ranches. Because it's always cases where you want lots of excess critters from your breeders. And some critters, like Slogos, you want a lot of excess critters, like for the mucin production. But for others, like the Dartles, you don't necessarily need excess Dartles because it's just meat. You might want that meat, but you might not. So I want to do a video about that, and about producing it from all the different ways, and probably actually hook in the gassy moose with that as well, maybe. But I'm not sure I want to wait until I actually get to gassy moose to look at that. I want to do a video about meteor defense in general. I never came up with a build that I was completely happy about for that. Across all my runs. So I want to really pin that down at some point. I want to do a fully automated rocket mining guide. Again, that's something we need to actually do on stream first, I think. A large nuclear reactor. A lot of people have done good videos on nuclear reactors, and the only one I've done is on a small nuclear reactor for making nuclear waste. And we never really capitalized on that either. We have actually made a large nuclear reactor as well. We did that ages ago on Flip Farters, so we probably should do that at some point. Regolith melter, I'm not so sure about, because you just don't get that much regolith spaced out, so that's a fairly low priority. A guide to the sap tree as well. Maybe once we do it on this run, I think that would be a good idea. Morbs, I don't really care about too much. Oh, I just realized my door is open. No wonder it's feeling cold in here. Yeah, Gassy Moose. This one I think I am actually going to prioritize, because now we are happy with doing critter droppers for the climbing critters, because we did that with the Dartles. So I'll do a video about pips, and then I'm going to include a discussion on a pip plant overlay mod as well, because it's such a good mod. Your video on how to go infinite with oil wells, fluxes, water recycle are some of the most popped up YouTube videos that only there are. I really like doing those. The issue is, it takes a long time to make those videos. And I think that's something to do once I've covered all of the DLC topics. So the ones I'm tabbing here are the ones I want to prioritize. I've been putting off the pip and the scalable Draco build for ages because of my lack of expertise with critter droppers that were actually using climbing critters. So now I know how to do that, I really want to do those videos sooner rather than later. There you go, some athletics for everyone. In particular, I really want to show how to have loads of Draco branches, because with the balm lilies that they cope with, I don't want any of this. Go away. It's a shame, that was a pretty good organic too. But it's just free reed fiber and free plastic and stuff like that. So it's like, I really need a proper video on Dracos. We never actually... We did the one about the laboratory build, but that's kind of a specific early game circumstance. It's not like a general plan for mass-producing materials with Dracos, like all of my other branching videos. And then let's keep going through the list. Updated puff video is... Oh, whoops. Updated puff video is probably a good idea, but I'm not going to... I'm not even going to pretend that I'm ready to tackle this, because I still don't know how that would work without the critter drop-offs, so we'll wait for that later. Shinebug update video. I'm sad that Shinebug reactors don't work, but I also don't think Shinebugs are really worth a lot of your time, so I'm kind of putting that off as well. Saturn Critter Trap Guide for hydrogen and explaining how to get the beta hydrogen circumstances working, I think is pretty relevant. And I've been putting that off for a while, but that is something I should really tackle soon. I want to do a video about the sustainability of oak shells. I did actually start working on this, and then the Aquatic Planet Pack came out and changed how poke shells work. So I'm going to come back to it at some point, once I'm confident that the maths isn't going to change again. I also want to do a video about the geothermal heat pump for making space materials, because we did that on stream, and that was... The thing is, you get so many random impurities from that story trait, it's quite hard to come up with a build that actually siphons everything off properly. So I need to put some proper thought into that, and I'm not sure that's really worth prioritizing at the moment. Everyone's been asking for videos on new rocket designs, so that is higher up on my list. Rex ranching is obviously the next video. I am going to have to do another video about the liquid tapidizer and resin boiling, because they changed how that building works, and I still think resin boiling is very powerful, and we're going to do it on this Twitch run. We're obviously going to do a guide about insulated conductive wires and transformers. And then there's all the aquatic critters. I think the pin pockets are going to go in a different video. I'm not sure that has anything to do with the glow squids and the tubuliers. I don't know, I'll think about that later. And then... I probably will just do 2 videos on each of these different things. But I'll just do them as very short videos, because I can do more short videos on the channel. And then there's just all the maths videos I'm planning. So that's a list of my priorities at the moment, but I will post regular schedule updates for the YouTube members on there as well, because obviously they get access to the videos about a week in advance. Does Oakshell Ranch plus Brackeen get you a lot of excess wood with an ethanol loop? Yes. Brackeen makes ethanol Oakshell ranching a lot better. I mean, it all depends on how easily you can actually get your Brackeen together, but it's potentially extremely strong. And that's why I want to do this Brackeen video, because I want to really effectively analyze. In fact, you know what? I think that's actually going to be a tier list. Because actually making Brackeen is not hard. The whole point is, like, what's worth using Brackeen on. So I'm going to do a Brackeen tier list where we rate all the different critters for feeding them from Brackeen and squidding from the critter fountains. That's what I'm going to do. Right. What have you actually built while I've been rambling? Anything? Looks like you've built most of that pipe for the gunk. I'm hoping that we're never going to have to do another gunk delivery again. I'm going to tell you that that's priority 5, because now we should actually be getting gunk moving through this pipe, right? No, you got one more pipe segment to build, which wasn't priority 9. Okay, good. Priority 9 or bust. Oh, God. Well, maybe if they just did all the things, I wouldn't be making them go priority 9 all the time. What's broken? This wire? This bridge. This bridge always breaks. That's probably a sign that I should change it. They built all the transformers at least, so that's good. We did actually do the research on the mechanized airlock, so that could go in here. I probably should plug that in, but that's not overly important. So let's just priority 5 that for now. Again, that's mostly just to block the decor from the heavy watt wire. You can see actually here where it leaks out a little bit onto the fire pole. But that's not really the end of the world. Look, they've done the power banks again now. See, that wasn't a huge hassle, was it? Now the thermo aquatuner is running again, this is all good. We obviously don't want the biodiesel to boil, so that's mostly what's constraining us now, but we are actually draining some of the biodiesel out. People have made a low more tallow gear bombs as well, that's good. I don't think we're going to add any more in again until this liquid level drops back to a safe threshold. You know what, I'm going to be really frank, we should never have to get in this room again. So I think what I'm going to do... is I'm going to get them... I'm going to get them to put some metal tiles in here. One metal tile here. One metal tile here. And then we can build up a little bit more biodiesel in here. And then we can dump more tallow gear bomb in here at once. Hello, 999999999. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this is actually pumping out now. That's good. Someday I should get a proper actual coolant for this, but that's not today. Have we got gunk in the pipe? No. It's probably going to dump in here first, right? This is still filling up the bottle. Do I actually want to fill up the bottle first? Probably not. What I could do is... Well, I don't want to loop it all the way back, do I? Let's do it like this. That way it'll prioritize dumping it onto the rest of the pipe. And then it will actually dump it into the bottle filler. So that needs to be priority 9. You're lurking? You can't lurk and type at the same time. That's not how it works. Hope you're having a good day, though. Slogos are still slogoing. I'm glad we didn't accidentally kill all the wild slogos, even if they're being mildly inconvenient. How's this going? Are we still out of bleach stone for this? Not quite yet. Up to 2 tons of steam in here. That's pretty good. Nothing seems to be broken in here. Oh, we're out of refined carbon. Okay. That is true. So what I'm going to do, let's actually just put the kiln right here. And then, yeah, because I did have one in the base, and then I got rid of it. So, it's in refinement, believe it or not. Pondering. Oh my god. The wires. We've made an extreme amount of iron now. It's good. We're actually using the steel in this case. I'm not too sad. Also, we planted another tubular. That's always a good sign. The sulfur from these things as well. I should actually put conveyor loaders in here so that we can take it out, right? That should actually be a thing we're doing. Oh, there's another tubular seed here. Okay, well, I'm going to dig up the plant. In fact, I'm going to just dig up the plant. And then we'll use that seed ourselves. And then I'm going to put the conveyor loader here. I'm going to put a tile here, and then I'm going to put a tile here. This does not need to be priority 9. So it's going to be made out of iron. I can go there. That's kind of weird. Oh well. And then that one is going to go up here. And then that sulfur... How is that going to go again? The tubulars. So that can just go through here. Probably should be making this out of gold amalgam, really. And then that is just going to go in here. Yeah, that was actually always the plan. I just didn't end up doing that. Okay. It's fair enough. Obviously the salt is backed up in here. That's fine. And then... Oh, I don't need to do that tile. I've got tiles here. That's good. Okay, so that one can go through here. And then that can just go down there. That's not going to be an issue. Okay. And then that wire can just go in here. That's good. Okay. Oh, God. Come on, just build the friggin' wire. Them taking so long to build all this wire is actually pissing me off. This is the perpetual problem I have with this game. If we have too few dupes, it takes too long to get anything done. If we have too many dupes, the game lags too much. Let's have some Coca-Cola.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh, you're right. I shouldn't be having Coca-Cola. It's too late in the day. The only thing is, other drinks, I suspect I just have a load of iced coffee in the fridge. Oh my god, wires. Wires are still breaking for everything. That should be a lead wire anyways, though. But a lot of this should be lead wiring, so you could go ahead and do that at some point. I don't know exactly where all of this is going to go. Oh, you can't replace that wire. You better not break anything in here. I'm going to be sad. You give the 10 strength to Dupe right now, which profession would be most useful to builder? I'm gonna give it. I would give it to Leofar because Leofar's the one that's supplying everything. I could go in here and do that. You're right. Oh, I was gonna give this to someone specific. I think I was gonna give it to myself. I think I did say I was gonna do that. I actually forgot we had a Dreco in here as well. Just a random Dreco. Right. Anyways, you guys have said that I need to go get a drink, so I'm gonna go get a drink. I'm gonna follow me around for a bit. We'll see what I'm up to. Instruction supply. I guess it's fair enough. Right, I'll be back in a sec. You guys are in luck. There's actually a smoothie I forgot to drink. There we go. And I'm just going to keep breaking all these wires until they actually get everything built. It's so funny just seeing Minnow's head pop up every now and then as we walk past it, just like, hello, goodbye. Oh, that's really good, actually, after being in the fridge. Right. How close are we to actually getting this done? We're pretty close. They're just building this wire left. And then I think we can start actually changing everything over. The main other thing is just... It's just all these friggin' tidal turbines. I'm technically going to want to put them on separate wires, aren't I? But I think for now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hook up all of these individual power generators. And then we'll go from there. So I think I will actually just put a wire here as well. And then one here. We'll hook that up. Don't suppliers get enough strength on their own? Yeah, they do if they have the supplying booster. Poor Dupes running across the asteroid with some plastic. Yeah, but that's just how it is. I mean, I know we're making all the plastic down here. I should probably... Oh, you're tuning up? That's fair enough. This wire is just completely overloaded now. No. Okay. Right, this wire I think is ready to go. So this is just going to go into power producers. So that could go there. And that can start loading up the spine with power. So that's going to charge these up. Yeah, now it's charging up the batteries. That's good. And I do actually need a wire to come off this as well. That is then going to go over this. And just plug into the main wire running everything. We have like another hour to do this. So let's get this done, because I'm sick of all the overloading. I'm going to tell you to do this priority 9 as well. Oh, you can't get in here at all now because of the friggin' metal tile. Okay, well, screw that plan. Get it out of here. We have 8 tons of rubber now. That's good. We have 8 tons of rubber, 6.6 tons of iron. Iron ore stocks are still increasing because of mining. Gold amalgam stocks have also increased. So this is good. Prioritizing the metal refinery over the metal production is definitely the right decision on a metal-rich asteroid. And I won't have any of you be telling me otherwise. Probably need to angle this light a bit differently. There you go. How's the geyser looking? I don't think it's actually geotuned. Okay, it's still 4 out of 5. That's okay. I mean, so long as you don't keep gunking yourselves, I think that's the most important thing, in all honesty. You're sweeping up the gunk now, okay. You're making more iron. You must be close to getting this done. I really don't need someone in here all the time. Should I set this to priority 1? This is just for lime production at this point, and we have lots of lime. We have 2.6 tons of lime. I'm going to set that to priority 1. Still no Bionic Dupes. Game just hates us. We also renamed all of the Bionic Dupes, which I feel like should have helped our chances of printing more. Right, so now we're actually draining that power onto this network. So that's good. This wire here is ready as well. So what I could do with that is I could take that, disconnect this, disconnect that. That could go in there, and then that's just going to be charging the power spine. And then this stuff is all going to be on the consumer line. So that could be a bridge. And then I need to start thinking about a lot of the other stuff. I think the bleach stone hoppers should go on their own line. I think that would make sense. So... that's alright. Yeah, that's alright for now. I could hook the... Actually, you know what? I could just hook the Geotuners onto that as well. That's probably a convenient way of doing that. So, let's... Once you start, it gets easier as well. I think we'll just hook all of the Geotuners onto it. Because we're going to have many rooms. I think we're going to geotune our natural gas vent as well. Wait, we don't have a natural gas vent. What am I talking about? I'm delusional. We're going to geotune all of our water sources, though. Unless... Maybe not the polluted water vent. Maybe we just do the Thimbleweed with the polluted water vent. In fact, actually... That's something we can do right now, isn't it? Do I want to do this? I do want to analyze this, don't I? We want the data banks. There's the Printerceptor again. Yeah, we have the data banks. Let's just start intercepting charges, I think, if we don't get Bionic Dupes. I don't know, this is going alright. If we have a look at long commutes, oh, it's very high construction supply time. That is true. They are kind of grabbing plastic. Remember, maybe I should. Oh, I see what's happening. We're telling them to make them out of plastic instead of out of rubber. I don't know. I thought we were telling them to do it out of rubber. I guess we're only telling them to do the bridges out of rubber. Okay. Well, it's all much of a muchness, isn't it? I'm sure there's more wires to build yet. You can remove this, actually. Oh, no, that's the plug-slug wire. I keep forgetting about that. Are you guys actually making any power anymore? I don't think you really are you? I guess that is taking up a fair bit of their time. You plant another tubular down here now. That's good. Now, let's put the farming overlay on. I want to see if there's any more random tubulars. There's one here that isn't growing, so let's dig that up. There's one here that isn't growing, so let's dig that up. There's a couple in here that we should probably have. So let's go dig up all of those seeds at this point. I probably should have done that a long time ago, if I'm being really honest. Dig that one up as well. Dig that one up as well. I think that's everything. And then I guess that should be a... Would be irritating. To make these yellow alerts? I don't know. Probably not. Am I going to do it anyways? Yes. Because I don't want to wait. And then you can actually start planting those up, and then the squids can stop eating them all. Because I don't think any of the squids are angry at the moment. Oh, apparently you're angry, but you're not actually doing anything, so I can't be that bad. And now we should actually be able to grow some more plastic and get a bit more sunlight. Now that we actually have plans for a sulfur conveyor rail through here. Can we actually even get in here? We can. Good. We don't need to worry about that anymore because they are getting in there to do that. So, what was the other power wire? So that's done, that's done. You still need to build all of this. Wow, it really is taking you a while. Well, don't worry about those segments. Can you actually not reach these? No. Okay. What would you get in there? I'm probably going to have to put a ladder here. That's fine. That could just be a priority 9 then. Then what about the other one? That one's also not reachable because... Oh, you just need to dig this bit. Okay, that's fine. Make that priority 9 too. That's a fair number of tubulars now. The heat wave is already getting to be hallucinating natural gas vents. Well, you're not wrong. A bit sad that you can't geotune these. I feel like that would be fun to do, wouldn't it? I think this is fine for now. I'm going to set this to priority 1. You guys... Oh, whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen. This is supposed to be... Bleach stone. That can be priority 5. You're actually getting around to making tallow gear balm now. We have 81 tallow gear balms. Good. You still need to plug the friggin' thing in here. No, wrong wire. I bet I do that a lot and don't even notice it. I can go there. Can we even get in that bit with the desalinator? We can, okay. This should probably be a ladder here, right? Just to make things a bit easier to get to. In fact, actually, maybe it should even just be here at this point. Right, so the good news is, this spine is full. So once we actually get this wire built, is this the last wire? Yeah, I'm currently doing it now. Good. Right, that is actually hooked up. That's going to start draining some of this power. Now what I need to do is I need to start actually disconnecting all of these tidal turbines. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all on 6, all on a separate line. So what I should actually do with this... There's some more stuff down here that we can figure out later. This is 2,400. This is 3,000. So I can't actually plug them all into that one. I think what I should actually do is I should make a separate wire here. Oh! Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's not running. Well, good thing I have some backup water over here, I guess. Let's get this set up first. This is going to take some time. Right, let's dig this out. Although, do I want to dig the sand out? Probably not. Just dig that out. Yeah, dig that out and then we can start putting in another wire. So that one can go... Oh, hold on. Set this to refine carbon and make that out of all the coal. All the coal or all the wood? Let's do all the wood for now, I think. We don't need wood. We got gumwood. Okay, let that water in here, that's fine. And then this one can be made out of iron, I guess. So it's going to be this one. This can actually go up here now, that's good. So that's going to be 6 tidal turbines. And then that's going to go into a separate wire. And then actually... That is 2,100. The other one's 1,800. That can actually just combine straight onto this wire here. We will de-spaghettify this a little bit once everything's actually hooked up. So let's get that wire built next. Because all this is completely independent from the rest of the stuff. Oh, dig that sand out there. Also get you to do those tiles. Oh, do I not have the pipe up here? I should probably put the pipe up here. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, look at that auto sweeper go. Now that's an efficient task. I'd like to see that. I will admit, the baby squids are quite cute. Also, I thought you might find this interesting. I actually installed a mod called Sensor Graph. So what we can do is we can actually get the sensor to give us a readout of its values over time. I haven't recorded anything on it though. So I can record data and it samples at a rate that I choose. And then I can keep a really beady eye on certain sensors if I really care about it that much. But I don't really care about it at the moment. I just thought it was a cool mod to install. So yeah, see how that goes. Buddha's Decade. Okay. Hello, Engineer Troy. Hope you're doing well. What are you up to today? I think we're getting pretty close to getting this transformer setup sorted. We're at least running all the Bleach stone hoppers now, so that's good. Trying to make sure that we're actually using all of our power generators, because we have quite large reserves of hydrogen and natural gas that haven't been going into anything, mostly just because our wire network hasn't been that sophisticated. What I'm going to do as well, so what I'm going to do, let's see, what do we want to burn first? I think we want to burn the natural gas first, and then the hydrogen. So this one's plugged into natural gas. So let's set this to like high threshold 90, low threshold 80. And then we'll set the hydrogen to high threshold 70 and low threshold 60. And then we can adjust the others to suit. But we're going to be mostly plugging in the steam turbines, which are obligate, and the tidal turbines, which are obligate. So let's not worry about that too much. Looks like we're actually making some proper bleach stone again. That's good. And then we're just going to manually deliver that to the Geotuners as needed. Because that's not too much of an effort for our guy. But yeah, this wire is still not plugged into the spine. There's a lot of things on this wire at the moment, so that's why we're building this, to try and take some of them off. Now, are we actually going to make the refined carbon? I think I will tell him to do that. Priority 9. You know, the classic. We're up to 2.5 tons of steam in here. That's pretty good. Minnow is helping out. Demanding caviar as usual. I might just tell them to do the coal in here as well, but there's so much coal, I don't want them to take up so much of their time doing it. What about carbon dioxide in here? I did actually close up that vent. Because there's liquid water in here, this is actually overpressurizing indefinitely as well. It probably will until this actually cools the area down, but it never will because the carbon dioxide has very little heat capacity. So this is just going to turn into an absolute bomb of carbon dioxide, but that's reasonable. All of the zombie spores disappeared in here, by the way. I know you guys were absolutely begging me to show you that detail. Right, this is getting built now. That's good. I'll think about what we want to do with rocket travel next time. Are you not able to actually reach us? No, I just set this to a really low priority, so that's fine. Keep digging this. I'm going to extend the thing up here as well. Don't want to let all this chlorine out, so I'm not going to bother with that at the moment. Right, that's actually done. Okay, so that is all of the tidal turbines. So that is going to go... Oh. That needs a bridge too. I can go there. Then that's going to be 1.8 kilowatts of power. The steam turbines are going to require their own wire. In fact, we actually might need more than one insulated conductive wire for all of this, because there's actually 4 of them and we're microchip tuning all of them. Is that sensible? I don't know. Are we doing it? Yes. It's probably wasting a lot of power, isn't it? Yes. Okay, well, we'll sort that out in a bit. We can plug one of the steam turbines into that line. So that is going to cut here. This is why this stuff is all worth thinking about. So that's going to go there. and then that's got to go there, and then that's got to cut off. So now that's just the tidal turbines. Right? Oh, and the hydrogen generator? What? Oh, yeah, we said we were going to do that. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's fine. So this needs to get hooked up into here as well, because this is all consumers. So I just like that you're telling me you don't have enough rubber or plastic. That's not true. Right, build that bridge. And then I think this is when we start coloring the networks. So this is natural gas, so let's set this to orange. I think there's some old networks over here that we need to clear as well. So let's just set this to white. This is why I like this overlay mod. This one is set to the... Oh, no. This one's set to the hydrogen, so this should be pink. And this one's set to the natural gas, so that could be orange. This one's set to the Geotuners, so that could be green. No, that's not green. There you go. And then this one is set to... Oh no, this is just the consumers. Okay, so this shouldn't be that color. This should be orange. This one's just set to all the consumers. So actually, there's another tidal turbine that I should put on this line. So... That's 2,400, that's 3,000. I could put the other tidal turbine on that one as well. I could put it on here as well, though, couldn't I? Which one makes more sense? So where do I want to send this wire? Maybe just down here for now. That's probably fine for now. So go ahead and build that. I think you can reach all of that apart from that one bit. So I'm going to get you to build these tiles now, because we can. That could be Priority 9 as well, that's fine. And then that means I can get rid of this wire. This is all consumers, so that's correct. This tidal turbine should get hooked up to this one. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's a pretty quick one to do. Then that means I can get rid of that thing here, and then paint the whole network. That's good. And then we're going to have to start actually thinking about all the different consumers. I think it would also... Kind of tempting just to leave all the stuff down at the bottom on its own for a little while. Right, you can get rid of that. Any more random tidal turbines? We got moth in here now, okay. That is what I get for having my window open. I'm not sure why I'm acting surprised. Oh, printables. I guess I'll take an arbor acorn because we don't have any. That's fine. I'll tell you what, you could remove that, you could remove this. And then I think we're pretty close to being done. I think it is just this big-ass wire that we need to change. So that is probably going to end up... So let's think about this, right? This could go down here. And then I can cut that off. This is probably going to go over here. And then this one can be made with rubber. And then I guess I'm just going to start sending it up this way. That can go over here, that's fine. I guess I'll put a wire segment over here as well. That's probably fine, and then I'll leave that one up here. And there's a nice gap there. I'll not deconstruct that wire. And then I could plug that one in. Good thing we made all this iron, eh? And then that's gonna go in here, because that's going to be the steam turbine wire. And then I'll put some more bridges in. Oh. That's going to have to go here then. That's alright. And then that one... I don't know why I've been paused for all of that. That's fine. I can go there. This is probably going to combine up with this at some point. In fact, this is probably going to combine up with it now. If the spine's full, I might as well run as many of these off of it as possible. So that's all one remaining network now. Okay. Well, let's see how that goes. I'll keep them busy for a little while. We have almost a ton of bleach stone now, by the way. Now that we've actually been powering this off of some of our excess power. So this is what I mean when I say you could geotune a whole load of water geysers off of one polluted brine vent. That's why I've been hyping it up so much. This is going to be the next one to do. What I'll do is... I can get rid of these ladders now. I'll probably 9 that as well, and then I'll start sorting that out. And yeah, now we're making all these wires out of rubber, so that should be a bit quicker for them to build. And now look, all the wires are actually painted on the map, but that's probably fine because, like, come on. Yeah, that wire is definitely going to overload until we actually sort it out. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, that's the one I was worried about, yeah. Okay. Okay, maybe we just try and split it for now. Because that's going to be too annoying otherwise. So plug that in there and then I'll start thinking about how to split this off. That's probably going to have to bridge down here or something. Is there anything else I want to do? Still churning through all that biodiesel? Nah, let's just let them keep doing that. That's fine. How much refined carbon we got now? Is that on the list? I think refined carbon should be on the list. Let's go through this again. Refined carbon. I don't think salt is ever going to matter ever again. Ah, that'll do for now. I guess now you're delivering all the rubber down here. Okay, that's fine. Why aren't these growing? Oh, they're not getting the sulfur. Building broken. Those tend to be the bridges that break first, doesn't it? Well, that's alright for now. I would like them to do this as well, but I just don't think they're going to get around to doing it that quickly. This is a lot of tasks for them. One thing I will definitely do once we've actually got this spine set up is I'm going to take all of these random-ass power bank chargers and I'm going to just plug, like, 8 of them in together on the power spine, like over here or something, onto their own wire and not worry about it ever again. Looks like we're actually loading more salt into here. That's good. I'm also very pleased that all the bleach stone is not actually off-gassing. That would be very annoying, wouldn't it? Please offer me more Bionic dupes. We have had so much oxygen production for ages. Do we need more strength for boots? Maybe. Everyone's got their booster slots maxed out now. I could give everyone a strength booster. I could definitely give myself a strength booster. Maybe every builder gets a strength booster. We only have 2 builders though. Okay, you know what? I think it is actually time. Let's go and actually grab the brain thing here. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go through the ethanol bit here. So, if we just dig in here... Oh, what was the plan with this? I want to dig this up anyways. I know it's nothing useful. I want to dig it up anyways. Then we can climb through here. That's going to form a big mess. We'll dig in that way, and then we can come down here. And then we can just break into this room. And hopefully get a beefsteak. Swim hack boosters have a carry capacity buff on it. The suit boosters, you can upgrade them. Yeah, I think we could do that. Did we actually make the swim hack boosters? I didn't actually check that. We made a swim hack booster. I think what I'm going to do, let's queue up 7. And then I think I'm going to start giving them to everyone. So get rid of that, have a swim hack booster. It does give 200 kilograms carrying capacity. Each strength booster gives 400. Okay, that will help everyone. Let's just do that. I think now we've got enough morale, this shouldn't be a problem. So let's see what they look like. The cursed item. How many microchips do you have stored in here? Be a fair few. Why is Nemetrick making this? Although not having water pathing is sometimes handy on certain boops, maybe, but like, I don't care. Right, let's see, who's next? You're next. We discovered another carbon dioxide vent. Oh, you dug that when you weren't supposed to. That's fine. We know this isn't an issue. You're also completely insulated from everything else, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh. That's fair enough. I guess you're not dormant. Well, that was weird. Oh, we broke another bridge. We broke the bridge to the actual Transformer spine. That's probably not so good. We'll have to keep an eye on stress. Yeah. You have low morale, so your stress is actually going up. Interesting. Right, looks like... Oh, the Pup Prince is helping out with the chlorine. Right. I did say I'm actually going to go in here and get my brain scanned, so let's go ahead and do that. Then there's always the lead suit. We'll do that at some point, but not now. Alright. Put me in, Doc. Put me in, Coach. Deep diver's lungs. You know what? I'll take it. That might help. My god, these guys are just going to take ages, aren't they? Power banking. That's almost power banking on everyone. Good. We're up to 1.8 tons of bleach stone now. That's good, I guess. Yeah, conveying all that salt over here has really helped with that, apparently. Priorities somewhat out of whack, I will admit. But yes, I guess it is important that you're making all the microchips. What's happened with this? Oh, it's that bridge. Okay. Thermo Aquatuners no longer running. Okay. Colony achievement. What achievements do we get? Let's have a look. Actually, intentionally look at the report. Cycle 100. 8 dupes in non-default clothing. Exploration. Easy living. Job suitability. Most valuable bionic. There we go. Don't know why the list was glitching out then. That's kind of funny. Also, we've got a random tile of regular water that's blocking the natural gas water. That's kind of amusing. You can have climate control. Perhaps table salt would not be a bad idea. I think we're going to have to make more than one rock crusher just so that people actually prioritize jobs properly. I don't think anyone should be going to this because it's priority 1. We'll see how that goes. I think construction supply is decreasing in time now. Can we reach this? Yes, but it's kind of awkward. I'm going to get you to build another ladder here. I think once we figure out how to hook up these steam turbines to the spine properly, I think that's going to solve the main issue. Glad the tubulars are going alright now, though. Although, you need more sulfur still. Is this a case where it's actually going to be quicker to build this than to have the dupes keep handling that? Maybe. Still filling up with a little bit of gunk. What's breaking? Oh, the wire. Oh, okay. Oh, that just looked like a regular wire bridge for a second. It's kind of weird. Let's make that one as well. It's in the pot. Plastic? You know what? I'm not going to turn down plastic. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. We now have 109 tallow gear bombs. I think we could probably make this party 8. That's a decent supply of tallow gear bombs, and we still have 2.5 tons of tallow left. This has been very effective, and can frankly sustain a much larger population of Bionic dupes. Oh, they're really enjoying the communal table. That's good. We look the same! Poser. getting pretty close on this wire. There's those segments there. Looks like we've actually done all the segments in here. That's good. That's going to be a bit of a pain to figure out in a bit, but that's okay. Just wait for them to build those. Plug this bit in, and then we can go from there. Because we know that this line is just going to be for the steam turbines. God, we're already up to 2.25 tons of bleach stone. That's ridiculous. When does this reactivate again? This reactivates in 62.3 cycles. Okay, that's pretty lengthy time away. That's okay. What's the cool steam vent? Where's that? Did I just blank? Where was that? Random geyser. Not over here. I don't mind that erupting behind closed doors. That's fine. It's not in here. I'm actually confused. Where is it? Is this a temperature map mode thing? I'm very confused now. I honestly think I might not be able to see it. What about priority? Oh, that's not going to help, is it? Are you sure there's a cool steam vent? Yes, I know what a cool steam vent is, game. I'm trying to find where a cool steam vent is. You know what? I think it could actually be down here somewhere. So I guess what we would do to find that is we would go through here. Can we actually dig in there? How do we get in there again? There's Dupes. It'll be the last place to look. 2 boops doing the big suck in one spot must have created localized total vacuum. It's funny. You're doing well, the autistic ginger. Right, there's another Tupia seed. Well, let's just go look in here, right? Because I think if we're able to reliably max Geotuner cool steam vent, we should actually use it. It will be 210 degrees C, so it's a little bit hotter than what you'd want for steam turbines, but, well, it doesn't matter, does it? It's all good. I guess I'll probably 9 that dig. We've broken 3 different things now. Okay, let's switch that for a lead wire. And then I think we're actually good to go on this now. Yeah, we are. Okay, so this is going to... Oh, right. This is going to go just to the steam turbines. And I think it's actually just going to go to 3 of them. Now, I think there's a little bit of jiggery pokery I've got to do on this. So, let's cut this off. So, 1, 2... This is going to be the steam turbine wire. So that one can get pruned a little bit, but I'm not overly fussed on that at the moment. Oh, whoops. So that's going to go here. And that's going to cut there. That's going to cut there. And then... this is actually going to go in here, and then this is actually going to go in here. And then we can start fixing everything. So that needs to be... I'm just going to make the all yellow alerts. That seems pretty responsible, right? Okay, and then that means after that we can build all of that stuff. This, I'm also going to make a yellow alert. Why is that all the one same wire? Where is this actually connected to itself? This wasn't supposed to happen. Oh my god, I don't know. I actually don't know. Oh, it's probably just this. Something along those lines. Yeah. Okay. I'll figure that out in a minute. Right, let's hook that back up. Let's do that. Okay, they're building all these. I'm gonna have to rethink about that again. How'd I get so much tallow up middle? Let me just very quickly. When you make tallow gear balm, it costs 10 kilograms of water and 7. No, it costs 10 kilograms of tallow and 70 kilograms of water. You boil the tallow gear balm into biodiesel, and it turns into 80 kilograms of biodiesel. You then freeze it, and it turns into 80 kilograms of tallow. This lets you turn 70 kilograms of water into 70 kilograms of tallow with every errand at the apothecary, thus bypassing the spigot seals entirely. It's very amusing. What is this situation again? This always happens. They just don't like building it. Right, just build that wire, please. But we actually tried to do that right at the very start of the run, just to make sure our dupes would always have fresh oil, and we never have to worry about that. Is it an exploit? I don't know, maybe. Did the devs get rid of it? No. Right, let's think about this again. So, paint hole network, paint hole network, paint hole network. Now, this wire here should just be the steam turbines. So I'm going to make that blue. That's going to go down here. And that is just going into the steam turbines. These aren't getting chip-tuned all the time. So I think that's acceptable. And then we need to actually fix all of these bridges. So let's make this out of gold. Order rebuild. And then we'll reallocate these. There you go. About an exploit as it is melting meter valves? Yeah, that's true, but you have to keep queuing that up. The tallow gear balm just gets made forever. What about the other bridge? There's definitely something about these errands where it doesn't like building it. I don't know. Help a brother out. Just let me get these wires done. Can the tallow gear balm exploit be enough to run a petroleum generator? Definitely. If you have enough dupes doing it. You just need a lot of medical dupes and obviously an equivalent amount of water to what you're going to be burning in your petroleum generators. Is putting water in a petroleum generator the best use for water? I don't know. That's true, since it's fully automatable, then it's a feature. Yeah, see, this is the thing that I hate. It looks like the rebuild command doesn't actually work properly on these bridges. Because they get confused about the errand. But now they're actually going to do that. Only electrical engineers can build the thick ones. Maybe that's for these two. I don't think that's the case. Right, okay, so that's actually done now. Now let's think about this. So this wire here is obviously not set for that many consumers. No, it's just the tidal turbines. That's not correct. This should not be plugged in here at all. So take that out. Oh, I see what the issue is. So that, right, paint hole network, then this one here, this is going to be consumers. So make that white, paint hole network, that white, okay. So I've got two different consumer wires. That one there is going to go there. And then what I need to do is I need to plug another consumer wire in here. So now this one has everything on it. So what I probably actually need to do... So let's think about this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power bank chargers here. And the soldering station. So for now, let's actually just cut that one. And then I'll put another wire in here. Don't yellow alert all of these. And then that can come down here. Oh god. And then that can come down here. And then that can go in there. And then we can rebalance a little bit more as needed on that front. There you go. And then you can start building the rest of this stuff. So that means I can actually deconstruct this wire. Good. Ugh. I guess there's a reason I'm doing this all in one day, right? But the good news is this should be pretty quick for everyone now. As I think we're starting to accumulate a lot of spare resources. And then this needs to be plugged in here. There you go. So that should take a reasonable amount of load off of this, and that might actually be enough to get this working properly. Let's just get this built and then decide what we're doing with that. Right, that's done. 13.39 is still quite high, but I think there's... Let's actually just have a look at this. So we've got 2 Aquatuners and 2 metal refineries. That doesn't seem right. So what I'm probably going to want to do... Let's paint this one. I'm going to paint this one black. That's funny. That's not black. Let's plug in... Let's plug it in here. So let's build that. Yeah, priority 9, all of that. Now, the issue with that is... It's actually slightly too much. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. It's actually too much for those 6 power bank chargers and an Aquatuner, just. So there's no point in doing that. That is overloading. So this is telling me that I need to put another... I need to actually put another wire on here. So this one's going to go in here. And then that one is going to get cut off. I'm really enjoying the Paint Your Wires mod for this, I must say. And then I think all I actually need to do is plug this Derma Aquatuner into the wire. Well, let's just double check if there's anything else that's up here that would make sense to do that with. The marine drills. There's still 2 power bank chargers on it as well. Okay, well, that definitely shouldn't be the case. Where are they? Oh, they're here. Okay, so... This is definitely a bit contrived. I'll rationalize this later. We'll probably move some stuff around. Oh, you actually built this thing here. If you have a lot of power producer, you can transfer power from 1,000 watt wire to 20,000 watts with smart battery or buffer. Yes, I have heard of that. I'll investigate that at some point, but I think we're okay for now. So go ahead and do that. And then I think what I'll actually do is I'll just disconnect these for now, and then we can hook up those power bank chargers. Now, let's just check what we're doing here as well. This is supposed to be salt. Going in here. So, salt, please. I think it might be a fun project to cool latex, cook it to CO2, and feed it to mass free-roaming branching and molten slicksters. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure CO2 maxing is a fun objective for a run. I'm not sure it would ever be the go-to play, but maybe. Just remember that, I mean, slicksters are really good for turning CO2 into oil, but it takes a lot of slicksters to convert the CO2 into oil. So, just bear that in mind. We can actually build all this rail, can't we? I think we can. Right, so that is actually disconnected now. So paint hole network, that's all hooked up there now. And then that actually needs to be plugged in here, so that needs to be priority 9. Oh, actually, you know what? That can wait for now. I think we'll do that later. So, cancel that for now. Leave it there. That's, oh, you know, I'll just cancel it. And then paint hole network. Right. So that should be good. That shouldn't generally overload consistently. That should take all the power. That should take all of that stuff off. And then I don't think this is going to get above that. Although, actually, it probably will occasionally get above that, but I don't think both metal refineries and both aquatuners are going to be running the whole time. Maybe. Stick a load of beacons on a target to pool it should be good solar power. Yes, I'm going to have to test that out. I've got to admit, we're going to have so much water, I don't think there's actually any point in getting the flue coral oxygen. Yes, it is more efficient than electrolyzers, but when we have so much water anyways, it doesn't seem like there's much point. Obviously, you could feed the salt water from the geyser to the flue corals, but then we'd have to cool it down a lot and use a lot of power. We actually want to generate a load of power for our Bionic Dupes, because we're going to get more Bionic Dupes if we can. So I'll have a think about that. Now, what's the situation here? Circuit overloaded. Okay. It is this one. Okay, maybe. Cut off one of them. That's still probably too much, generally. Maybe. There's definitely going to be some trial and error to this. Maybe just a desalinator. And then I'm going to set this to grey. Let's try that for now. In any case, I think that's close enough that we can call it a day. I think this is actually organized enough. I don't think this is going to be the thumbnail. But I think this is actually close enough to well-distributed power that I'm not worried now. All of our power producers are on their own wire. All of our power consumers are on their own wire. And it's all running through our spine. So we shouldn't be wasting any power apart from the batteries now. That should work forever. And then that's going to charge this up. We'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on it over the next few cycles. We got this going. Let's actually... Do we have any more refined metal for this? We do. Okay. Let's set up the next lot of Geotuners, because we're going to use this for the saltwater vent. We know that. We got 3.5 tons of steel now. That's good. Now, we are making all this steel, obviously. let's not do what we did in the previous run and just turn all of our iron into steel and then never actually use a steel. Let's make sure we're making some gold amalgam as well, so we've got some regular metals. Our new natural gas sources, they're good. The marine drills are really good. We're actually going to hook up some mechatronics to that as well. I put that at priority 5 for now. We'll get that sorted later. And then that sulfur's going to go into the tubulars. Actually, should we get that done today? I think I will get that done today. That's like the last thing left, isn't it? Where would I plug these in? Oh, I'm just plugging all of this into the green wire. That's true, that's true. Okay, so... what's that gonna look like? Oh. Not that, apparently. Guess that can go there. And cut that off. Got some random zinc somewhere. That's kind of amusing. Yeah, go ahead and build all of that as well. Put the drywall in here, because we know this is going to stay here forever now. This could be the thumbnail today, right? We actually got this working? I think that makes sense, doesn't it? And we analyzed the saltwater vent, right? Yeah, we did. Yeah, so we could get that hooked up to the Geotuner right away, and then we could start working on that power plant. And now we actually have something to plug it into. And we've got a couple of extra slots free for a heavy watt wire, so this should be fine. And we should be getting pretty close to actually running 20 kilowatts on this power wire, to give you an idea of how much power we're producing and consuming. Isn't that nuts? We're on cycle 164 with 8 duplicates, and we're already producing about 10 kilowatts of power. I wasn't lying when I said the polluted brine bed is a bit cracked. We're not even doing like the series geothermal heat pump shenanigans. We'll sweep this out a little bit as well. Yeah, do that because that's all for the thumbnail. And then we'll get someone in here geotuning, and then that'll do, I think. We got 3.4 tons of bleach stone now. The thermal gas fishers do not use geotuners, unfortunately. I wish they did. If they did, we would do it, but that would probably be a bit too powerful. Because it is literally... it's just the power that goes into the drill. And the diamond, I guess. I don't know, maybe that would be nice if we could do that. Oh, it feels good. I think we're actually at the point where this is working properly. Things are going to overload a little bit because we've still got some batteries on these wires. But we can start rationalizing the power bank charges a little bit, and we can remove them from that network. An ore hull spawn? I don't want this. Let's go do a intercept. Yeah, there you go. Actually do it for a change. We'll get hatches at some point. Mix Abyss biome into series. Mix Abyss biome into everything. The risk level of the Aquatic Planet Pack content is extremely low. You will not be disappointed. I'm gonna have to get you to sweep this up, though. It's gonna be a yellow alert. So much quicker when everyone sweeps. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this, and I like the drywall too. Oh, I think it's been pretty successful today. Sometimes you've got to do these little necessary steps before you do the big fun projects, but yeah, we will do the Guild Go Ranch when we come back, because we're chugging through a lot of gold now. We're chugging through a lot of metals. Ore hulls will do as well. We did ore hulls last time. They're not complicated at all, really. I mean, they're a little complicated with the tower kelp, but it's probably going to be one of the first fish update videos we're going to do. I like how the Abyss biome substitutes for the oil biome. I wouldn't mind more mid-game options like that. Yeah. I'm also thinking about an oak shell sequine synergy build. That's true. That's very true. Because you can feed them the slime, right? Something similar with the mucin from the guild goes, right? That makes a lot of sense to me anyways. Charlie Kelly is quite stressed. Oh, that's right. Hold on. I'm going to keep making the swim hack boosters, don't I? So, why haven't you got a hat? You can get the electrical engineering booster. You can get improved hardware. Then, I guess will give me the swim hack booster. You remove the booster, giving them a hat to use it. Yeah, I know. I realized as soon as I said it. Nah, this is good. I'm really happy now. Power 4 days. Yeah, now we're probably wasting a load of power because we just got too much tidal turbine, steam turbine production. So we can definitely run things like the arcade cabinet. In fact, actually, let's just set up the arcade cabinet. We did research that. No real reason not to at this point. That's a little bit awkward positioning, but you know what? Oh, fuck's sake. That's not a problem. Okay, well, I didn't really care about that anyways. There's no back wall here, so I'm just going to get you to tile this. Make that a little rec room. I should really go to bed in a minute. I know this is a bit silly, but whatever. There you go, and there you go. It's funny that Dupes could drink squid ink. That's funny. You should have a stained mouth debuff. It's just a minor decor penalty. That is funny. Okay, you're okay. Can this wire handle that? Oh, probably. I don't care. Not at the moment. We've got extra room for consumers on our power spine. The key thing is we can now actually add these in and not have it be the end of the world. Right, let's keep going with these swim hack boosters before I forget. Highborn Jace can have one. Though I think, yeah, that gets rid of your hat, doesn't it? I'm going to give you the crop tending hat. There you go. Dig out those tiles as well. I didn't really want to leave this here forever, so I'm not going to drywall it. We'll see. I wish they added a squid ink pasta to the food recipe. Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm really keen for them to get this all built so that I can just record someone activating all the Geotuners with the Slowcos in here. Squid ink pasta is yummy. I'd like to think that they're kind of nestling on the salt from the other rooms, but we're obviously not actually doing that. Are they doing everything else in the meantime? I don't think they are. This is good. I'm on the job. One Geotuner left. Tien has earned a skill point. Almost everyone has almost every skill now. This is going okay. One more cycle, I think. We'll go from there. Building broken. Oh. What? Oh, I see. Oh, we're running it through a cold area. Yeah, that's true. Okay, we'll have to make that pipe insulated then. That's fine. Yeah, just do that then. I'm gonna yellow alert this now. I can't keep waiting around for them to do that. There you go. Good job, Highborn Jace. And then I'll go ahead and activate all of these. So this is going to be for the saltwater vent. Yeah, we haven't... Have we actually just not found that yet? Yeah, set these priority 9. You know, I don't think I've had squid ink pasta. There we go. We're getting the Geotuner sounds. It's a bonus. It's a bonus for all of your guys' patience. Then one more from Leofar. No, that's not Leofar. That's going to be Nemetric. Oh, there we go. Look, Leofar's actually doing it. He's doing the task, and then Nemetric's going to actually activate it. There we go. Hooray. He's coughing. Why is Leofar coughing? You got yucky lungs. Okay, fair enough. Alrighty. Well, I think that's going to do. We actually did it. We set up our Transformers. We set up our Geotuners. We set up our Bleach Stone Hoppers. And, yeah, everything's going to be a lot easier from this point onwards. Good. I always like it when I actually achieve an objective. Was it the objective I set out to do from the start today? Not really. I didn't really have a good plan. I didn't really have a good plan, to be honest, but it is what it is. Why did I close my music? And you get your dupes to wear decorated Atmos suits? You go in the supply closet. In fact, actually, you can do it in the configure menu of the duplicants. You know how you use the config menu. Actually, you know what? Hold on. We're late anyways. Let's just show you. So, we find the dupe. So what you do, go into the config menu here, and then you can go and... Oh, no, it's blueprints. And you can restyle their outfits in here, and you can select their Atmos suits, and you can select their jet suits. That's what you do. But yes, thanks so much for hanging out, everyone. It is nighttime. The fish are thoroughly trying to get some sleep, so I'm going to keep it brief. But there is a video of Dartles out on YouTube at the moment. Feel free to go have a look. Dartle ranching. There will be a video about polluted brine vents out next weekend. And then the Rex video will follow after that. And then maybe we'll have a break from Sandbox Showcase and do that Brackeen tier list. I think it's something that's quite important for me to do. I don't know. I've got so many videos I want to make. We still need to do a review for the friggin' Aquatic Planet Pack as well anyways. Yes, there's a Discord as well where we all hang out. And just a general reminder that the YouTube members do get the videos a week early. Right, let's see who's around. Who's around and who's a square? Let's go, Ray, to the Jet City, because it's a day that ends with the letter Y. And just actually click the button. Let me actually spell it correctly. We'll be back on Thursday, because I need to do some actual planning for the Rex video. And I'm going to fit that in while we have a heat wave. That's the plan. But take care, everyone. Look after yourselves, get enough sleep, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye for now.